We're getting there. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Uh, cool. I forgot to move videos this morning. All right. What is up, everyone? This is Do Coffee with the Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We're gonna hang. We're gonna do some visits. Hopefully, because I only have 5 folks to look at today, I'll be able to just kind of hang with you guys for a bit. And the idea is maybe you guys can help me, or at least you'll kind of come along for the ride as we look at cooking and fishing in Midnight. I want to see like what's going on there. Like I did some research like a while back, and I'm just going to kind of review and like be like, okay, so now what? Uh, like what has changed? Because even as I've been putting out these profession guides, there have been like some. I haven't detected any like huge monumental change that makes me be like, okay, I gotta rewrite stuff, or I gotta put out a correction or anything like that. But like for example, jewel crafting, prospecting, that's become easier. I mean, it's good news. You know, it's nothing like bad. But for some people, it's gonna like change their plans. And um, I strategized, and the intent with this generation of profession guides was to be like really high level. I didn't try and get to the nitty grits of like, okay, guys, you need like 5 points here, and then go to this tree and then put 5 points there, and then go back to that tree and then put, you know, and then go all the way. I don't want to do that. Because that just gets, I it feels like it's instructive and everything, but it's so precise that like if there were changes, and there sometimes are changes, then there goes the whole thing. Like it just gets disrupted. And so I'm like, I think this time around I'll keep it like kind of like brief, and just get people used to like certain ideas, and hopefully that will help. Anyway, let's say hi to people real quick. What's up to Dragon? You're the first person to say hi. What's up to Puddle Jumper? And to Arumas. What's up to Lillian and Ravens and Darth and Boomer? What's up to Steel and Iron the Bear? Hi. What's up to Lalacute, to Arcadius and Neeb, to Rain and Venus, to Malvenu, to McCoy, and Baird Alive. What's up to Vascarn, to Marie Leonard, to Dorian, and the rest of you. Now, y'all are still cool. You know, the lurkers, the beautiful digital smiling faces going to join us throughout the day. I'm in Darkshore right now because I want to get my +1. I've continued my my kind of catch up on collecting decor, and I did manage to get through like Gilneas. I got that repped up, and bought the stuff that I needed to get. I got some other low hanging fruit, and then I wandered around to here to Darkshore, and I've been getting like the things that you're getting from like rares and whatnots, as well as getting some lumber for I don't know when, just in case, I guess. You never, just cause. But also, oh, someone's gonna get that one. I'm too slow. Hurry up. Um, but also, just getting lumber or whatnot. But what I want to get is this freaking filigree thing, because I just got to get the +1. I'm only missing like one kind of decor, and it's not dropping, so I'm sad. Now nothing has dropped actually on this character, so I was on my main, and that's why I managed to get some stuff, but I haven't seen anything on this character. So do you guys happen to know, like, is it like a warband thing? Like, do I only get a 1 chance per warband for decor or something like that? Because I don't know. I'm not sure. That would kind of suck. Love your video. Oh, thank you, Marie. Appreciate that. There's a rare on a 1-minute spawn that reportedly drops all the decor in the zone. 1 minute? Dude, that's forever. I ain't got that kind of time. I'm out and about. I'm getting freaking wood and all that. Now the thing is, like, for that particular rare, does it Can I farm it? Can I just hard farm the thing? Kill it over and over again? Or do I need to get on like alts and do that? That's kind of my thing. Yeah, you can farm it. Oh, okay. Now I'm interested. So if I can just keep farming it. Yeah. If you know what that one is, I'm like, okay, I'll hang there. But I'm also getting like some random like lumber here and there, and that's, you know, that's all good. Of course, it's separate loot table you can kill up repeatedly over and over again for chances. And it does that only apply to like the one rare? Or does it apply to all of them? Because I've been getting on alts, or you know, or I didn't see any drops at all on my main when I tried doing it again this morning. So I'm like, should I just get an alt to do it? The Moonkin dropped all 4 items. Okay. But then, if there's like a person there, I'm kind of screwed, right? You know, because then we're like fighting for the kill. These things are getting one shot and all that. Where am I? Where did I go? What else did I do yesterday? Oh, I just cut through Brawlers Guild real quick. That was enjoyable, because boy, like, there was no line. Nobody was there. I guess everyone like got their everyone else got their business done. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. More for me. And so there was like no line. I was just blasted. So that felt pretty good. The name Riara? Oh, okay. Oh, which one? I just killed like 3 or 4 of them in succession. So I'm not sure which one. Oh, there it is. Oh, my inventory is all whack. Yay, +1. Well, I'm sated. Oh, dude, I got another one. What the fuck? So now Blizzard heard me. Got it. 2 in a row. How about that, dude? Mad Feather. Okay, let's look this up. Mad Feather. Because I forgot what the thing was. Oh yeah, so yeah, it was the Boomkin that I blasted. Okay, so let's go there. It is approximately there. Alright. Let's learn, folks. Let's learn real quick. And then we'll start visits in about like 20 minutes or so. But if I see some more rares, I'm gonna blast them. Oh, I gotta clean some. Got some dragonflight shovels in there. Oh boy. So you. Okay, I can't. Okay, so you all said separate loot table, but otherwise nothing drops. Is that the thing? Be aware it sometimes drops nothing. Well, so it drops nothing. I mean, I'm the only one here right now, so. So how's everyone doing? Hey, it's Thursday. Today's going to be a little bit special. Tonight's raid is going to feature all paladins and no healers. I hope the guild remember that. I'm telling none of them that they can heal. No holy paladins, all rets and prots, and like that's it. And then we'll see how far we get, basically. When we were doing so we did a no healer run before, during season 3, or during the bulk of season 3, and we got as far as Fractalus. Like, we skipped the hey banner. Okay, so stuff does drop. Awesome. They did Yeah, we got as far as fractals, but we skipped on the demon hunter people because they had like this healing absorb, and that was just gnarly. We just couldn't get past it, and so we're like, okay, fine. So we got that far, and then I was like, what's his name? Dude after Saladar or whatever. Never mind. I think we're good to go. I think this is as far as we. So we'll see how far we get this time. Now that we're in pre-patch and things are just weird with the tune-in and all that, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Come on, spawn. Yeah, so I'm the only one here. That's cool. Let me learn that banner that I just got. Yay. And nothing. Okay, so let me. Can I clean anything out? Guild calls him salad bar. Salad bar. Oh no, my guildmates call him that too. I think it's kind of a dorky shorthand because it's still the same name. It just sounds different. So I'm like, if that's the only difference, I'm not gonna call him any different. Okay, so all this goes. This is. I don't even know what this stuff is. I'm just looking at icons. I'm like, I don't know what any of these things mean. That's just testament to how dependent I am on sorted for inventory these days. And thankfully it still works. They did manage to update it for the expansion. Someone had asked like earlier in the scrolling thingamajig. Hey, is there a have I done a video on add-ons that replace things? I have not done one yet. I'm a little iffy on it. Well, one, there's just been a lot of stuff going on, so it's been taking up a lot of my time. Yay, Scots! So those have been taking up a lot of my time, and then I don't know if I'll be able to like squeeze anything else in. It's been quite challenging to juggle all these different projects and stuff together. But going back to add-ons, especially I think they mentioned to cursive. Hey, is there an alternative for that? My specialty has never really been about combat-based add-ons. It's more been about like quality of life stuff that I pay attention to. Hey, here's a thing that'll make your life easier, or here's something that helps with housing, with chat and stuff like that. But with combat, not so much. For the most part, I'm very I definitely project my perspective and take on add-ons when it comes to that sort of stuff. I'm not a big fan of like combat add-ons. I'm cool with making the damage meters look different, hey. But like for other things, I'm the kind of gamer who's like, oh, just give me what give me what you got, and then I'll adapt to it. I'll figure it out. And because of that, I'm not gonna have a good eye for things. Be like, oh, this looks really useful. I wouldn't be able to really like resonate with that. So it's like, hey, here's this thing I don't really believe in, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway because that's the thing people care about, and that's what's gonna get the clicks. Like I can't do that. And that's why I'll never be successful. Oh no. Damn shill. Thought I was fixed, I'll farm that. Well, so far, nah. So we're here, dude. Probably love you keep it real. I mean, I'm very selfish in that sense too, right? Like, for those who've watched me for a while, you'll notice like when I do the weeklies, I don't talk about everything loud. I talk about the things that I think are like worth mentioning. Like sometimes like, there's things that are just like really loud, like, oh, here's what's going on with add-ons, or here's what's going on with like this thing that a lot of folks are just like, it's just totally like pushing out every other conversation. But a lot of the time it's like, do I want to feed that too? Like a good example would be when Hearthsteel was introduced. It hasn't debuted yet, but Blizzard talked about it, and so I got into conversations about that for quite a while, talking about like, here's what Blizzard's probably thinking, and people use that as an excuse to be like, oh, so you're defending them, right? I'm like, no, I'm just saying what they're doing. I'm not going to buy any of this stuff, and me talking about it now is one of the first times that I'm even talking about shop content stuff, because personally, for me, the best way to make a statement about shop content is to just not give it any oxygen at all. People who bring up like the drama and all that stuff, they're indirectly advertising for it anyway. People like, like you see the angry YouTuber face on the thumbnail, be like, oh, shop stuff again. And then some people would be like, what shop stuff? Ooh, might be some tasty stuff, So yeah, it's the kind of thing that keeps stuff in people's minds. And, my kind of thing on it is if I don't care about it, I'm not going to give it. Why am I walking up to it as if it, even if it doesn't have loot? Jesus. Yeah, if it's not something that I think deserves oxygen, I'm not gonna give it to them. So like, when people talk about, oh, have you heard about like this thing that's in the store? I have. That's it, so I know some people were talking about the recent bundle that came out for a thing. I forgot what was in it, but there was tender in it, and people were like, oh, and I'm like, oh. But yeah, enough of that. Enough of that. That was me just kind of letting it out for a bit. I don't eat, but I always watch your YouTube videos during dinner, so I would say successful enough to be noticed across the pond too. Thank you, I appreciate that. Like, I don't have a very how should I frame this? I don't think very highly of myself when it comes to like, oh my god, I love your videos and blah blah blah. And I'm like thinking internally, like, I'm okay. Oh, I kind of messed that one up, but but I appreciate it. So it's always stunning when folks send kind words and stuff like that, and it's been especially felt fulfilling when it comes to the visits. We've done a lot. You and I, for those who've been here for like the whole time, we've been on quite an adventure. We've seen tons and tons of stuff, and it's been such a treat. And so I will regularly, and it's so, it feels so good. It's like a drug. I'm like, oh, praise, oh, so good. Folks will be like, dude, like I loved the energy. I love that you felt genuine and blah 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 blah. Because I saw some other person did my thing and it wasn't that great, or they were like doing critiques, and that really like kind of like killed the excitement for me and made me feel sad. But then I had you take a look and then you were all excited, it was great. I'm like, oh, that feels so good. But at the same time, I'm like, did I really do anything? Because the way I look at myself when doing these, I'm just a spotlight. I'm just putting like I'm just doing some color commentary. I don't even know if that's the right phrasing. I'm just putting eyes on it and being like, ooh, 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 ooh. And yeah, so that's why I'm also very strict on certain things about, for myself. It's like, okay, I don't want to look at the house before I do a visit, or I prefer to not do like redos. Some folks they'll ask me, hey, can you come back to my place because it's been a week and I did all these improvements. I'm like, I really don't want to, because I want to keep it feeling like an adventure, not like hey, it's been a week and it's like the weekly reset or whatever, and now we're gonna see what's changed. I don't want to do that. I want to feel like it's this whole explorative adventure like every time, and going otherwise it would just feel kind of disruptive. So that's why I tell people, okay, give me a month, I'll forget. I'll forget most of it in a month, and I think we'll be okay. So but I'm also scared, like if I see like I'll be really frightened if you know, the time comes when when our little community becomes like so like, if it becomes too insular, and I see like half the people will like revisit. I'll be like, oh my god, we're not there yet, not even close to it. But like, if that day comes, I'll be like, oh no, that's gonna be really weird. Um, and that's when yeah, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Loot. What do we get? I got another sconce. So we'll do this for a little bit longer, and then we'll begin the visits. We got 5 coming in. Videos I look forward to watching. Yeah, so I'm excited to finally, you know, once I have breathing room, it'll be exciting to be able to, on the other channel, to pump out everyone's visits one at a time, almost every day. Almost every day, which will be very cool. You can always put a small break in the visits. Oh, do you mean like between one and the other, or like between me visiting the same person's house again? Because I'm still kind of like wishy-washy about how I want to handle that. Right now, a month feels good, I guess. Oh, when it gets to be like too much of the same ones, right. I mean, I'll notify people, and folks have been very, they've responded pretty warmly to it, because, you know, I'll be talking a lot when I'm not doing the visits, and I think people appreciate, or it's a good trust builder when I just start like carrying on about like, oh, here's what's going on behind the scenes and blah blah blah. So I think people appreciate the honesty. They know what my intents are, and so whenever I'm like, oh, can we like hold off on this, and they're fine. It's been fine at least. I really want to continue building it so fun, but at the same time, I think it's quite ready and don't know what to add. Sometimes you just gotta like go to your creation and then sit for a bit and just enjoy it. You know, because once you tear it down and all that. But in the meantime, you're in this like little piece of like history that you made for yourself. It's a very personal story. But sometimes it's worth holding on to for a little bit. And then stop walking up to it. And then in the meantime, just kind of like internally in your head, just start cooking. Ooh, what can I do next? You know, let that excitement start to build before you just let it all out or something like that. I should probably do some touches to my ally house and resubmit since it's been 2 months. I'm working on my... Okay, so... When I say 1 month, it's not 1 month per house. It's 1 month per person. So, yeah. Because I want to give, you know, I don't want to give, I don't want to just give houses a chance to breathe. I want to give room for newer folks, for other folks to come into, and so putting in that gap per person, that helps. It helps to keep things fresh. So that's all. I get what you mean. Like if it was if I just had more time, cool. And we'll see how things progress as the expansion goes. Like I've been mentally preparing myself and you folks at home. Hey, we're gonna go on a hiatus for a little bit. Once we really get into the expansion stuff, because there's a whole lot of expansion to play. You know, there's the 12-0 and all the things that are being offered. Those who keep too much tabs on this channel and nothing else, there's a lot that I haven't talked about. World content, activity, you know, weekly activities and stuff like that. It's a lot. Oh, it's one of you. Hi, Arumas. It's mine. We can't party up, so I'll leave in a bit because I'm going to start visits soon. So you're good. Oh, you're leaving. He's leaving. Oh, no. Oh, you missed it. Oh, sad song. All right. One more. One more spawn, Mom, and then I'll come down and have vegetable dinner. I'm working on my alt army rooms. Each class gets their own room in my house. I remember a visit we did a while back where I think there were like 16 small rooms or something like that. It was pretty crazy. And they were limited. You know, they looked not plain, but it didn't have like that really personal touch. And I think that's really hard to pull off too, because that's a lot of decor that you would end up needing. It's like, okay, here's like I have 3 paladins, and here's this paladin who's like primarily red. This one's primarily prot. This one's primarily holy or whatever. And then they'll all have like their own like things to really develop their own personality. That's really hard to pull off when you're trying to do like an alt apartment of sorts. But man, someday I'm gonna see it, and it's gonna be like wild. And I have seen like I have seen, you know, the warband houses where we see like multiple classes worth of stuff. I'm talking about just something extreme, like freaking like 30 rooms or something like that. But it's gonna happen sometime. It's gonna happen. You know, I'm a dog guy, but my cat Loki loves you. He waits for you to come on stream, and then he sits and oh really? Oh, that's adorable. I guess. You know, it's far away, so it's not gonna get anything on me, so it's all right. I keep saying the same thing, and then let's see, this weekend, the weekend I dig into my house, I swear. Yeah, right, sure. Good luck with that. Meanwhile, I need to check my email. Ooh, stuff. What do we get? A brazier. I don't think I have many of those. I only have one. And what is this again? Oh, I don't have add-ons running. I haven't seen this one. Yeah, I don't really see that one going. Okay, let me show you guys. Oh, I just reloaded my UI, you doofus. What is it called again? Something moon? Yeah, that's gonna work, buddy. I forgot what it was called. Crap. But yeah, it was like this little like well kind of thing. How about well? Nope, none of those. Damn it. Well, I forget. I think the coolest one is probably the banner though. The Sylvanas banner. That one's just sick, dude. Elven Temple. Oh yeah, there you go. Let me pull that up. There we go. Yeah, I don't really see people using this. Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll use the effect or something, but I've hardly seen this be used. It's kind of odd because it's nice. It's nice, it's pleasant. It makes for a good, like, anything. Centerpiece, things for the side of the door. Use it as a sock and put it on top of a pillar. I mean, yeah, any of those things can work. So maybe it's because they can only get so many, but oh well. The light effect for a hot tub. Yeah, I mean, that works too. But yeah, people use the bubbles mostly. I think it's a cool thing on its own too. I'm like 60% done with the exterior. Hey, a banner. Okay, I think that's good. I think this is good. All right, so now I have 2 of them. Yay. And now I got 4 Banshee Queen banners. Go me. So now, sorry, Snake, this is your tomb. You're never gonna leave. Okay, he'll leave when Darkshore's not up, but otherwise, I'll have some character that just lives here forever. Like, welcome to your purgatory. No, why? What are you doing to me? Forsaken Banner has brought me at the. I mean, the banner has some cool stuff to it. Like, there was one place I remember that had like tons of the skulls and everything. That was sick. They made great use of the banner, using those skulls over and over again. I thought it was really cool. Hey, I'm back here again. Look at that. Just kidding. We're gonna leave. Promise. All right. So let's. Oh, and there's cats fighting outside. See, cats, man. I swear. You have to undelete a paladin for tonight? You should never undelete a paladin. You gotta have one handy. You gotta have it handy. Alright, so signups are closed for the week. We have our Godly 15. Someone's gonna know the reference. Our Godly 15 has been chosen. And now we're gonna look at people's. Boop, 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 boop. You have so many characters you can't have one not deleted. I mean, there's a... How many can we have now? 60-something? 70? I think is what it's at now. Ooh, 70 characters. I can... You know, I definitely fill up characters on the PTR, but definitely not on live. Let's see. The lily pad. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. I recently got suspended on 4 WoW accounts till August. I was really looking forward to playing all my all-profession army setup. That sucks. Well, okay, at the same time. Yeah, you get banned like that for you get a 6-month ban. It's probably for a reason. That sucks though. But damn. Well, so what are you gonna do in the meantime? Anyone get banned before? And like, how did you survive? You know, anyone been in jail? Yeah, I have successfully evaded like any bans. They never caught me. I tried to appeal him, but I'm stuck with the automated response. I mean, if it's illegit, then you can just keep trying. Like if you don't want to give up and you're determined to speak with like a human being. It's a lot of effort, but it's a lot of effort you shouldn't have to go through. But you can eventually like push through. Of course, if you know that you screwed up, trying to excuse your way out of it probably ain't gonna work. I had my first account banned. I'm not a very social person, so the account has not been banned before. That's like one of the secrets. It's not even a secret. Like, keep your damn mouth shut. Keep your temper in check. Because, well, maybe not WoW, but then other places too. Like people will report you for like, if you say something, it's like, oh, they said something cool. It's on the record. Now we can report them. They'll do for whatever. So. I didn't do anything. All I did was follow a guide on what I had to do in the recent time walking dungeons for the 4 mounts. I mean, yeah, keep appealing for sure. Like if you really didn't do anything wrong, then it'll be worth like, you know, you'll eventually like break through. Your entire guild got banned. What did you all do? Damn. Yeah, like first day of this patch, we tried to raid, and we couldn't get in. We at the time we couldn't figure out like what the issue was. And then at the same time, when I called it, I was like, okay, never mind, let's just not raid tonight. And people kind of split off and do their thing. bunch of them went off to like older dungeons, or I'm sorry, older raids, and they were just like destroying bosses in like a one shot and stuff. And then some people were like, "Yo, you want to come? Let's go ahead and do it." And I'm like, that's not worth it. I mean, I don't think we would get action for something like that. You know, it's not like it's not like it's an exploit. It's just a bug, or it's you know, it's Blizzard's fault, and we're just like kind of riding it. Um, but I wouldn't even want to remotely get on their radar. Like, I'm good. My first account was banned the day TBC went live. Yeah, the closest thing that I had to like even like inactivities was when my account got hacked back in like TBC days. That was many moons ago. And when I got it back, so I think it was about a week that I was out. And then when I got the account back, I had a whole crap ton of mining materials. Like, they sold all my stuff, which sucked. But I did have a bunch of mining materials, and that was cool. And so I made quite a bit of gold back, and it didn't take long for me to get my character back up. Oh, because at the time I wasn't like raiding or anything at the moment. I was just like mostly professions and crafting and all that stuff, and my character was already a miner, so that wasn't a big deal. So I'm like, yay, worked out. Okay, where is my volume control? There it is. Boom and boom. All right, goodbye music. Peace out. Let's double check the hard drive space. And we got 40 gigs. That'll last me a day or two. Woo! They consider how I got the mounts as an exploits. There's a video made. So yeah, wait. So what do you do for the 4 mounts? I thought you just like, I thought normally, you know, for the turbulent timeway thing, you just do the event, and then you get a coupon or something like that, and then you can get 1 mount, and then you just farm for the rest, right? I thought that was it. Mini got banned during the Legion pre-patch. Legion pre-patch. Did I do anything during the Legion pre-patch? I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit, maybe. In the meantime, all right, folks, welcome to I Love My Wife's Place. Like, the name is I Love My Wife. Or Elove Emmy Wifei. No, probably not that. Love my wife. So, very interesting name. But let's see what's going on. I think this is the character's name too. Hold on. Let me see. Yep, that's their name. I love my wife. Okay, so this, okay. I don't want to say they're whipped or anything, but I think I just said it anyway. So what is going on with the house? So we have the unit right over there, but then we have this whole separate structure that's being built here, and everything went there. So let's see what's going on. We climb, and then we make our way up to this very pleasant floating porch kind of area with hot tub, with this cool Instagram spot. That's what I'm gonna call it, Instagram spot. Oh, it's very big. Okay, so I guess it would be like that. This would be the shot. Boop, boop. Yay. And then what else do we have here? Kind of this reception area. That's a little festive. We got foods. We got drinks. Oh boy, do we have drinks. Oh, I like that it's kind of covered like that. That's an interesting way of doing it. Now, if they fuse this halfway in, anyway, no, that's my idea. This is their stuff. But I do like the additional color that they put in by adding some extra tape. I like that. That's a very sharp sort of structure that they set up. So, they got this what looks like a forsaken looking table, but then they like did all sorts of stuff to shift things around. Yeah, there's a lot of things they did with this, but I like it. Yeah, something really makes me like the flow of this bar counter. Yeah, it's all good. But then we go up and we have this whole rounded area surrounding the hot tub. And then of course we got nummies on the side. Some overhangs to spread in case things got a little bit too sunny or in case of a legion invasion. Got to have some cover so you can line of sight and all that. And then kind of interesting, some other interesting touches here. We're using the fence posts here as like kind of pillars, but they're stylish, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of interesting that they have like that. What they did here is like, okay, they set up a whole separate thing, and then they left the rest of the house alone. It's just like, yeah, it's all good. We'll just use like whatever fixins that are already there, and we're good to go. So let's see what's going on. Maybe the life is really cool and plays well. So, oh no, don't get me wrong. Could be. Just interesting name choice though. All right. So we go inside and we have this very, very well dressed entrance. Lots of green. It's as if it's like, we collected all these greens and whatnot. We're going to bring them in, have a bunch of house plants or otherwise stuff that we just want to like, or things that we brought and then we're going to like put them out in a bit. It's kind of like one part like, hey, let's lay our stuff down. One part, okay, here's a bunch of garden tools. And then we got work to do outside. So, we have some very unique designs here. So we have, I'm pretty sure these are beams, not like it's either a beam or half the trellis. I think it's half the trellis that they sunk it in, but they left one half of it lined up. So we have like this whole stripe kind of action. Yeah, so there's the trellis up there. So I have the stripe action going. That's kind of neat. Yeah. Now I like this. They have a whole skylight kind of thing set up. I think that's really cool. That's pretty darn neat. And then as we walked in here, you'll notice how we see the roof. It's kind of going in. So we have like these things are kind of split off into that other side of the room. So it's hard to tell like what the size of this room is. Looks like it's at least a medium, but could be large as well. And then here we have like this very, very interesting setup for like, the fountain, lots of greens here. And then the way that the beams and everything are set up, it's there to provide like some extra texture, some cool little patterns. That's neat. But now and then once again, like here's like this more of this crazy flower setup. In this case, big barrels, little tiny barrels, and then we have the street lamp to kind of like top it off. That's cute. It has this interesting like contrast or maybe a clash between like the slightly yellow light and then the blue light right up above. Yeah, let's take a look at what else is going on in a bit. So here's again what feels like another Instagram spot, like total prom picture. Couples right there, and then like you got like the date, and then below it, what does it say? A time unforgettable. Something cheesy like that. Because I took those pictures too. Yep, I definitely did. And then we have like these other like interesting like kind of rock designs here as well. So feels like some experiments that are happening here. Not exactly random, but lots of things that they wanted to like give a try. Like check out like the chains here, plus the flowers that are hanging there. The Arakoa statue on top of the fountain. Yeah. So lots of like little experiments that are being tried out throughout the place. Now let's see what's going on here. Right through here, we have like, okay, we have this kind of cool table setup for like wall decor. Yeah, I like how this turned out. That's pretty darn cool. They took the table, they fused it in just enough so that way some of the walls, they still pop out. So you still see some of that structure, but then the rest of it is just like, the table structure. And then here, Lots of like artsy pieces that are set up here. So like help me out here. Like, is this like some sort of like creature? Because the other day we saw some stuff that looked like cave paintings and all that. But what sort of creature might this be? A puppy? No. But I'm just gonna say, yeah, sure, why not? Or it might be something abstract. Maybe it's not meant to depict like an animal of sorts, but it could be something else. But then this one, it almost looks like a sandworm or something that's like coming out and ready to like eat or devour something. Hmm. But maybe that's the point. Maybe it's just meant to be like something artsy, to have us like sit and kind of like wonder, what's happening here? Secret parkour? It could be like a rock climbing sort of thing. But then I would think to myself, like you would see like kind of like smaller, like little climbing handles, and then you might have like one that's colored or something like that to like help guide folks. It's like, oh, okay, here's like the easy climb, medium climb, hard climb, that sort of thing. But I don't know. Let's uh, let's see what's going on up here. So as we come up, and I like this little slant here to make it a smooth climb. We climb up to this platform, but then it's also dressed with these pillars here to give it some extra color. It feels like I'm in a giant cat tower with the way the platforms and everything are set up. So we continue the climb, and then we have this. We notice how it's like lined with tables, so we can walk there if we wanted to. It doesn't appear that there's a thing to like get to, and then we'll keep climbing because this is getting kind of high. We reach the top of the stairwell room. Yeah, just like kind of like very interesting, like unique designs and experiments that you're seeing. So now we just happen to be led here. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Now, this also happens to be a stairwell room. There's a way down. Ah, interesting. And now we have this like this interesting divide here. We have different beams that are lining the floor. One side versus the other. Otherwise, like things are kind of like the same. But we have coffee, so everything's fine. So here's how I'm looking at this. We got two like separate divides, but what unifies people? The coffee. So this is the coffee room. Excellent. Very, very tasteful. And I'm only half joking about the coffee thing. To me, it's symbolic, putting it in the middle like that. But what's down here now? Down here, okay, down here we have some stronger themes. Okay, oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot that went into this room in particular. So what do we have here? Lots of class celebrations. We can definitely see their allegiance here. Good job, guys. See, this is a happy couple. This is a very good relationship that we have. These people are just great. What else we have down here? Gambling, shenanigans, and all that. It's almost like this is like the hangout spot. I don't know if I want to call it like a man cave or anything like that, but this is where like the funner stuff happens. Horde branding, but then we also have like this kind of like downstairs kitchen area where we're getting beers, drinks, and all that. The fireplace is gnarly though. So here, let me have a seat. This is a cool fireplace that they have set up. Because what do we got? We got Dark Portal. We got Drakthir, not Drakthir, Valdrakken, some Valdrakken fire thing that's coming out here. A couple of Warlock shelves, hanging shelf right over there, a grate, fence right there, table at the bottom too. This is grand. This is badass, dude. I like this. Woo-hoo. And we got some stuff like hanging around. So armillary right there. Um, Other hangy stuff. Some Arakoa chemistry set. I don't know if that's the name of it. I'm just gonna call it that now. Hey, look, it's the kids' chemistry set. Yay. And Now, what do we have here? Mirror, rocks, coffin, more rocks. Oh, oh, oh my. Well, cheers, I guess. So, what kind of room is this again? Yeah. Well, I did say shenanigans. So, yeah. So, here's what they do they sit on their throne, cut some stuff up, and they just like stare at this. The flamingo is probably just a hallucination. That's the story I'm telling myself now. And then they're just like staring at the fireplace, being like, "Whoa!" Okay, any signs of violence here that we're seeing? I don't think I can walk through this, can I? Let me see. Nope, no walking through there. Okay, so let's leave the fun room. Think we've seen what we got to see. It's the man. Yeah, now it might be, might not be. Could be for both of them. It's all good. It's not illegal, but it's all good. Kind of, I don't know if it explains like some of the layout here because we have like, because notice what we have here. So we climb, right? We go across, we climb a little bit more, we go down a spot. Oh snap! Oh shit! We go down a spiral, then we go across here and then down again. And maybe this is like an artist house. It's like, they just like, yeah, maybe they just got really high and they just started creating things. All right, so what do we have here now? Another stairwell room. So we do this climb now. Things are starting to feel more and more random now. But we do have, so we have now this bathtub, just a bathtub. No potty, nothing like that, just a bathtub. Like an Escher kind of thing. I have no idea. No idea. But yeah, things just got is eclectic the word that I want to use? I don't know. Oh, but check out this potty. This is okay. It's been a while since I've done like the video on potties and stuff. They what we've been seeing in the past couple of weeks, I'd say it's kind of few and far between for like very exceptional potties. This is one of them. Like it's just this thing is hooked up. Like when it's time to go to the bathroom, they're like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be here for like an hour or two. I got got stuff to got stuff." This looks very comfortable. Maybe not so much on the clip. I am very fused into this chair, but it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Yeah, they put in the effort to like make a lid and everything, because it has the hinge. So I can't be mad at that. That's hella good. Yeah, I'd say a lot of thought and imagination went into this. Like they even textured the armrest a little bit more with more beams. They just added, let's throw some color on here. All good. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. What would have been what would have been a bit more of a touch would if they used the I'd say Belemeth beams. If they used Belemeth beams, because those are like brown but solid, then that would kind of tell me, oh, they put in like leather cushioning on the armrests. Oh, this is really comfortable. And this could be kind of what they're depicting too. This is the different texture that they have there. So that way when the boss is doing their business, they could just pass out and at least it won't feel cold on their arms, or it's not going to feel that uncomfortable. What a toilet. What a toilet. So the person so I love my wife's it left in the notes, if there's anything interesting or whatnot. Nothing in particular. Nothing in particular. And we've only went through, we still have like two more doors to go through. So let's see what else is happening here. Now what do we got? We've got this kind of oh, this is a very large area. So big old room that's been carved out into like all sorts of like different spaces. So we start off with like this kind of exhibit with water, with big old fireball in water. Kind of this artsy contradiction. We have the boss's chair in front of this ginormous table. So big. But we got some coffee and it's all good. So I'm good with the coffee. We'll glance here really quick. We got Jack and Jill up there. Places to enjoy, some foods. So things are looking normal now. If we can call that normal. That's an interesting door setup. I'll be curious to see what's in there. But first I want to check out here. So we go up this kind of this angled climb instead of just a stair. And then we have like this kind of bar area. Boop. Oh, good seating. I mean, it's huge. it's absolutely massive seating, but hey, this works. This mostly works. So we go by the pantry area, which is very tastefully set up with coffins. That's cute. Oh, I like this effect. Having the window set up like right above here, it gives that sort of contrasting glow. It's kind of neat. And then we have like these massive looking cabinets. I mean, I think these are just crates. Crate of that are flipped upside down, but it creates this really like it creates this very intimidating shape. Like the whole thing opens up like these huge iron frames just when you're trying to open those things up. It's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. I think it's a very unique take on these handles. Let's see, we're cooking stuff, we're washing the coffee stuff, all good. And then let's take a look at this stove. Actually, this whole bar area, they did a lot of extra stuff here. Hanging shelves to create this overhead. We have more crates in the, I think those are mugs for like the handles. Big old stove, dude. Like, dude, huge burner. I mean, huge meats and all that. But that's kind of cool. They're using like one giant burner. That's pretty sick. And big vents too. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The lighting helps to add some more touch to it. And then we got like well, it feels like a pizza oven to me, and the dry pantry is right over there. Yeah, very extensive kitchen area that they have here. And then right inside, I just noticed inside like this kind of like this more private area, they fenced it off with like by using these trellises as separators. Looks like upside down doors, door wall hinges, frames, door frames. There we go. Upside down door frames to help that out too. That's kind of cool. Still, because it's still closed off and it's fairly convincing. Yeah, I'd say these are very original. Like some of these, I'm like, okay, this is kind of unfamiliar, kind of weird to me. But then a lot of these things I haven't seen before. So in their own way, it's pretty inspiring. Like here we have like this kind of like rundown, it's kind of rundown pantry. No one's really been here in a while. Hey, Mr. Snuffles, everything okay? He's like, I'm high, I'm super high, dude. Anyway, shelves set up. Yeah, things are just kind of like overturned a little bit. Is there anything to this painting here? I don't crawl behind this, right? Yeah, just happens to be arranged that way. Yeah, and like more of these interesting setups. I mean, upside down door frame, curtain right there, mirror up top. It's just like very interesting setups. I'm not entirely sure what to make of them, but they're very unique, and it's hard to be mad at that. So this room, okay, I think we've seen everything with this room. Yeah, really crazy stuff. We got one more door or a wing. let's see what we have though. We have what looks like a smaller room, or well, kind of transition. Yeah, one more interesting thing after another. So they just did a whole bunch of walking stones, dyed them, set them up, created like this sort of shot here. One chair, one cup, very solitary. And then now we have like this setup for like this grand, I don't know, bedroom or whatnot. But it looks kind of imposing. We see the rocks and everything there. Oh, and now what do we have? We have another stairwell room. Damn. So now we have like this sort of study area. Boom, boom, do work, drink stuff, relax. Very spacious around here. But now we're doing this climb. And again, with the interesting designs with the stairs here. Starting off with some Stormwind beams, and then we have one rugged beam, and then more. Oh, I forget which one's which, but yeah, different colored stairs for each thing. Actually, let me go down here first. See what's under the stairwell. What are they hiding? They didn't really do much hiding for like the fun room, but what are they hiding here? Nothing. That's the trick. They're hiding nothing. Got them. All right, so let's do this climb. Are we failing the walk check? We failed the walk check. Oh no. Okay. Now notice here we have like separations here. The climb is fine. But I like what's going on here. Well, look, we've seen stairs like these too, where they're like gaps between the planks. Sadly, there are no planks set up yet. I mean, we do have like we can climb wall shelves. People have been using that as an alternative, but to me, like this looks like the kind of climb where it's like, okay, it's just um, the type that has those separate planks. So now we're going up, and we're going to go up another climb. We're here on this like first landing, and all. So we'll explore this in a bit. We do a little bit of a climb, little incline, and into a bedroom. Some Brawler's Guild looking stuff right there. Poisons, because that's how you sleep in this house, at least. Yeah, interesting that there's like the additional incline, like right over here, and then we climb up again. Boom, 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 up into like this little area here, and then it closes off with what it just kind of feels like debris. Beams, rocks are helping to close off that space. And then from down here, yeah, it's just kind of laid out there. Some plants and burning rock down there too. And then behind the shroud, we have not a bedroom, just a sitting room. Boop. Any rocks here? Nope, no rocks. Just a place to talk to Zalatath, who we haven't seen. So we haven't seen pre-order stuff. I was talking the other day about, most of the houses that I see have all the pre-order stuff because we've seen paintings, we've seen like the wells and all that, but in this case, this one has not. They're just enjoying basic early access of housing. Some wild concepts here, dude. Very, very different stuff. Like, haven't seen some of these things before. Now, some of it, like, yeah, it's just so different. it's so different. I think I've seen everything, right? Yeah, we were going out through here. And then this is the secret room of nothing. But clearly a lot of time went into the place. It's just a lot of different ideas and experiments that I think a lot of these end up working out. Some of them are just kind of like, ooh, this is like really out there. But like things that I come away with is like the inventive use of crates. I get wowed by like some of the silliest things. But that's one of those things that was kind of a stand-up for me. Like, oh, that's really cool. That it has this really like powerful, rugged look to it. So yeah, this is a cool place though. I'm glad that we took a look at this. So thanks for sharing. Boop, boo. Boo, doo, doo, boo, boo. All right. Next we got Venus. They're a big fan of stairs. Cows must be toned. Yeah, it was just had all these wild climbs. It's like they started and then they were just like winging it as they were going up. It's like, okay, now what? Oh, figure it out. We'll figure it out. You're on good with a strap wall. Like it had that sort of candy cane kind of feel, right? Quite interesting. Okay. Oh, there's Venus in chat. Hey. All right, this is Venus. I'm sorry. All right, this is Venus Kalita's place. I hope I got the pronunciation right. We're over at Razorwind. Hey. And let's take a look at what's going on. It looks like we have like a number of places to like check out, including the top, which seems kind of crazy. First off, we have this gazebo we can check out real quick. Simple setup, but not so simple because it's just the view that you're getting out of this thing. Yeah, Razor One looks sick during the daytime. It's like it pops. It has so much color, and the house here, no exception, dressed up with like little greens here and there, weapon racks, and over here like some work. You know, big old windmill. Say what's up to the wyvern. We'll do the climb in a bit. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a lap, and then check out the set here. Boom. Here's our bar. Oh, this is a big bar. Oh yeah, that's a big bar. Seating's perfect. Boom. Here, I'll just like here. This we stand here. So big old tap setup, and then like as we're enjoying stuff, we have like this gnarly background to look at. Very cool. Kites going, and then oh wow, this tent is super greened up. Ah, that's why, to obscure all the smells and all that. Got to cancel that out somehow. Oh, check it out. Is that the boss? That's the boss. Hey, very nice. We have a chicken coop with defensive capabilities. I'm gonna say that chickens come out and like if they start straying around, like this thing just picks them up, brings them right back. That's what I'm gonna tell myself, and I'm sticking with it. All right, so let's climb. Oh, we're doing okay. This is a jumping sort of like. Oh, okay, okay. I can technically do it. Maybe. Maybe it's a Dracthyr climb. Oh no. Puny blood elf. Okay, well, I failed that. But we made it to the top. Boom, easy. Easy climb. Come on now. And up top, just a cool little restful area. Hangout spot. Or some mafia stuff's happening up here. They come up, hey, the boss wants to talk to you. Oh, yeah? Here's the boss sitting there. Oh, so I heard that you wiped the raid last night. Oh, is that right? Yeah, boss, but I was just lucky. And then boom. Ah. Right in the front door. So that way people who are like coming in, going out, they know that someone got in trouble. Mwahaha. I mean, it is Warcraft. I think violence is kind of like an assumption around here, okay? That's what I'm telling myself. But for now, oh, there's a little side porch too for a puppy. Hey. Okay, so this is a friendly climb. And then puppy can like hang out, do their thing, get crazy, poke at the body that got yeeted off onto the ground. Let's head inside. Where do you get the doghouse? I thought that was just like a thing that you get from like Stormwind or something like that. But I don't know off the top of my head. It should be very accessible though. All right. So as soon as we go in, we have this kind of unique setup because we had the Orgrimmar house. I'm sorry, the Orc house outside, but now we got like this strong Blood Elf theme, plus rugged stuff here and there too. You know, we're greeted right in front by the fountain and the boss. Hey, what's up, boss? And we immediately enter this sort of like kitchen area or like snack area. We snack big over at this place. Dry pantry, fruits, drinks, big drinks, and stews. We lay our stuff down, have ourselves some snacks while we contemplate how the day went, toss some gear over there that we got off to the side, and then just get ready to enjoy the comforts of home. For example, bathtub right over here. Boom. So this almost has like the studio or apartment feel, although we do have some doors, and we're going to be exploring that. So like a tight setup, and a very cute toilet that we have here. You know, because we just have like I forget what this chair is called, and then we have the moon mop right over there. Kind of thing where it automatically cleans everything for you. Nice and easy. You don't you don't defecate, you just get purified from the inside. That's all. That's all. Self-cleaning the toilet. Oh, that'll work too. Wash yourself off. We have a toothbrush in there too. Nice. We got our huge, uh, huge beam-shaped uh, toothbrush. And then what do we have here? Plans for later. You know, kind of a mini profession area, or kind of a sign of like, hey, there's like some work in progress going around here. We still got a lot of stuff to do. And it shows a little bit. Like we have like big empty spaces here that's just waiting to be filled up with like more stuff. Or they want it like this and they just love like the big echoes and everything. Soft lights. They get up, give themselves like some time to stretch, walk around, get all the circulation going. Very important these days. And like a really cool setup that we have here because we have this separator, you know, because it's the kind of room where you come in, but then it kind of opens itself up because you got to go off to the side. But then we have like this nice little bit of decor right over here, something pleasant to look at. But something you don't want to look at all the time because then otherwise you would want to have that open and like, nah, it's all good. I just want to see it like just like this. That's cute. Your magic mirror is here. Okay, I think we saw it on this side. So here we have this wild looking mirror because we have the Arakoa dude like somewhere in there holding this thing up like, yo, check it out. And I think that's the Drakthir banner, I believe. Yeah. Like I want to jump through there or take an apple and just throw it at whoever. But you said magic mirror. So like what kind of apples are these? Are they normal apples or not so normal? I thought like an evil queen sort of dress with shoulder pads. Oh, so like this is the reflection? That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Poison in the jar. All right, so let's backtrack a bit and let's see what else we got. So we retreat back here. We got one other door. Check out. Evil food crimes. All right, so over here. Oh, what is this? It's like a giant clock. I'm going to go with giant clock. It's either 1:30 or it is, no, I'm going to go with one, like kind of 1:30. Yeah. 1:35. No, 12:35. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, boom. Let's eat. What do we got? Beers. We have our own little water fountain to like dispensing water, fruits and meats and salambao, and we're good to go. Nom nom nom. And then back here, we kind of have a wine closet. Check it. You know, barrels, 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 and not exactly a TV. No, I'm not gonna say it's a TV, but I want to because I just want to like chill here. No, this is like a stage of some sort, right? Boom, dancey ball, microphone. Still don't know what the picture is there, but this is my stage. It's a karaoke place. Okay, that's cool. That works out because it's not like this whole grand stage or anything. And then there's the words. I'm gonna go with that. But then usually you have like the words back here too, right? Like there's a thing. I'm trying to think here. Like normally you'll have like a separate spot here or here where you'll have like the words and those are going, and then the audience they'll be able to see the words like right back there. It'd be something like that. Yeah, it can go either way. Hmm. So cool. Karaoke spot. That I haven't seen done yet. So that's cool. That's a cool setup. Yeah. Of all the things that I would see under the stairs karaoke setup, that's a new one. Oh no, you have like some okay, something happened here. So we're going up and things just kind of like yeah, something happened over here. We make our way up, we get to the top, and then we have this like gnarly electrified kind of a Christmas tree. I'm gonna say it's shaped like a Christmas tree, but it's electrified. That's kind of cool. Now, I haven't seen that done during the holidays. No one electrified their tree. So that would have been kind of a cool idea. Just take one of the Tesla coils and biggen the thing, and then like just jam it like right in the middle of everything, just like this here. So that way you can see like not just the lights and the colors and whatnot, and the star on top. You have like freaking lightning shooting through. Danger tree, dude. It's Warcraft. It's magic. Let's go. I'm I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with that. All right, so we go into what feels like kind of a medium-ish sized room. Things have been kind of like cut apart. And oh, hello. So, okay, this is my mom's room. This is totally my mom's room. So, little story about me personally. For a time in this house, my sister was in charge of the place. Like she was living here while my parents just came by to visit. So my sister took the master bedroom, and my mom was like, "Hey, you need to have all my stuff put into one of the side rooms here." I'm like, "Yo, your bed is hella big. I can barely open the door." She's like, "No, you do it because it's my house, it's my stuff." I'm like, "All right." And this is the result. Swear, this is my mom's room. Barely room for anything. You're kind of like you barely navigate through stuff. So while part of me wants to be like, oh, this seems kind of weird, it no. This is real. This can definitely happen. How did you get the bed in there though? I don't know how I got the bed in there, but I did, and it looks just like that. Just like that. Ooh, hello. All right. Kind of like this feels like a Death Knight transformation room, but I don't think you can actually walk into that structure. Is there anything behind here? No. But suddenly Death Knight. Very suddenly Death Knight. Imagine sleeping over there. Oh, no, I can. It's ridiculous, but it's not as silly as it sounds. You'd be surprised. Some people just really want to have that big bed. How am I sitting? I'm sitting. Oh, I'm locked. This is a this isn't a toilet, it's a pot. It's a pot and I'm cooked. But it's okay. It's magic. Rinse off. Oh, no, not even water. Just like, yo, soap yourself off and like get out. I got flushed, yeah. All right. Am I about to climb 3 beds? I think I'm about to climb 3. So, hi, Reptar. So, bed 1, bed 2, bed 3. Hmm. So, it's like a bed ramp. All right. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not sure what to make of it, dude. And then here we have what appears to be, I'm going to say this is the battle station. This is the battle station from the 90s, yo. Okay, so here we go. We sit and, we enjoy stuff on our ViewSonic CRT. We got our Tandy 1000. No, Tandy's a bit too old. We got our Packard Bell. Actually, I'm going to say that's the tower. We got our Packard Bell computer and an Anixia head. I don't know what that's for. Um, you had a Tandy 1000? Oh, high five. Nice. That was my first computer, actually. Tandy 1000. Um, that was fun. Yeah, this is kind of a throwback. This is the first CRT that I've seen, so I appreciate that. Not the ViewSonic. Come on, ViewSonic was like the thing back then, right? Okay, interesting fell tree. Yeah. So kind of like the last place that we saw, like we have some very, very unique designs. Original stuff. I think we can backtrack now, right? Yeah, I think we can backtrack. Let's jog through the debris over here. And now we keep going back. And oh, I think we've seen everything. Did I miss any stuff? Yeah, because we got the bedroom, no secrets there. We did the climb, saw the VSonic, and my mom's saw my mom's room. My mom's room. No problem, no problem. No, thanks for having us come by, dude. It's all good. All right. Yay. Now where are we headed, homies? Oop, I spelled that wrong. There we go. Going to 0. I'm getting pretty close to just like kind of I mean 46 and 0. That's like, those are the most popular lots for the Horde and Alliance respectively. Um I still haven't quite gotten the sense of like other popular ones that I'm like that I know from by heart. It's like, oh, I'm going to 0. Okay, it's the one with the ducks. Same thing with 46. Okay, cool, it's one with the ducks. But I haven't quite nailed down like the other ones. There hasn't been like this very consistent sort of thing. I could probably make kind of a heat map, sort of, or like get stats. Because I have 400 or so visits that I have here on record. I have to go through another spreadsheet to like find more, but I can probably like point out like all the different lots. Now the problem is I don't have data that says specifically, oh, this is the Horde lot. Oh, this is Razorwind. This is um, uh, Founder's Point or whatever, because that's not really important. But it is kind of interesting to see that sort of information. The new place is massive. Yeah, some folks love the space. I feel like I'll be a bigger fan of like density and detail, than like than just having like this labyrinth of places. I feel like I feel like my imagination just isn't good enough to fill out the maximum capability of a room budget. I think what would help though is if I was really active with like a number of different alts that could help fill out like more personality, or if it was like, okay, make the guild hall or something like that. um, and have like rooms for like have like a classroom, not classroom, but class based room or something like that. That'd be kind of crazy. All right. Oh, and there's a creeper right there, just flipping out, flipping out. All right. All right, folks. Welcome to Nolly's place over at 0 point. Just kidding. We're over at Founders Point in the most popular spot. And the whole thing's been fenced off. Check it. Nothing. And that's kind of it. Not saying that it's simple. I'm just saying that like apart from greens and fencing, and it looks like there is a gazebo back there. It feels like we have like a basic setup. There's no barbecue. There's no big porch going on. We do have an outhouse over there, but fences all around. A little bit of an entrance right over to the side. One little gazebo that is more like almost more like an altar than a hangout spot. Like, and here's like the alternate entrance as we go into the back lot. But no, it's very well dressed, very pretty. Fits the vibe and all that really good. I mean, the cool thing about the zero plot is that it's kind of a mix between like kind of like the dimmer spooky area, but it's not like foggy spooky, as in like next to graveyards and stuff like that. It's just a nice cool spot. And then here's like the other entrance to lead us into. Cool. Let's head on in. Very nicely no, that's a good term. Like the landscaping is like boss. It's very well done. Now, despite being in Alliance territory, it's kind of got that Forsaken vibe. Heck yeah. Big flower boxes as we come right in. Kind of a neat setup. Fencing, tables, looks like. Tables to kind of close things off. Yeah, I think that's really well done. Very simple too. So right here, it's kind of like a reception desk. Boop. Hang out here, right on. It's like, where would you like to go today? Make sure you check in, before you do stuff, or I'll throw this coffee in your face. So according to notes, they said, I see my build as a hangout place for my warband, which may include a few undead, no secret rooms yet. Some spots don't have as much clutter as I would like. So kind of sets the expectation. Cool. Let's check it out, shall we? So we go into this hallway sort of setup. And it feels like we're gonna see a lot of these flower boxes. Boxed gardens, whatever you want to call it. So for example, I'm doing a thing, and I'm just kind of enjoying the views from here as people are like walking by doing their thing. So again, think of this as it's a warband spot. We got like at least like, I don't know, let's go with like 5-10 people that are like mulling about doing their thing. They consider this like their base, their shared base of operations. But it's nice, very welcoming, very warm. It looks like there's some work in progress signs right over there. And then we transition over here into this larger room, but let me see if there's anything here. Nope. All good. So just things to kind of like fill out the space. Because it's a lot, right? But yeah, things open up as soon as we get here. So again, here's like the warband hangout spot. I'm directed to go right here first, baby. And let's survey the land from here. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Let's go. We got, so we do have like kind of a snack area here. Basic, basic pantry. We're not feasting here. So there might be a full-size kitchen that we'll see, somewhere else, maybe not. But in the meantime, folks can come in, enjoy some of the vibes here, read up on stuff, get caught up with the latest news. Interesting setup that they have here because we have the fireplace and then we have storage for firewood and other stuff. So it's kind of a partial closet that we have going on here. That's neat. Haven't seen a setup like this before. I find that to be pretty cool. So in the opposite corner, we have like the same sort of setup. And then above, some little fixins, things that we've slain over the years. Again, like I said, lots of stuff, lots of work with the flower boxes here. So we'll have an upper floor to eventually explore. Bunch of folks, if they wanted to like eat and snack on stuff, this is where they could sit. Okay, and then here is like, I guess, this is more like the drinks, right? Snacks over there, drinks over here. Let's go. But then the coffee's over there. So contradictions, man. Contradictions. What do we do? Oh, and they're serving straight up fell. Ooh, they party hard in this warband. Heck yeah. All right, so we came from there, I believe. And then curiously enough, we kind of like go across. So I feel like we're gonna go do a whole roundabout. So again, flower boxes, benches to kind of round things out. And I'm pretty sure this is going to take me to the entrance. Boom. Okay. That's pretty cool. It's a good layout. And lots of potential to like add more stuff later on to, again, you know, give the place a bit more personality. So now we're directed to go this way. You know, past the dine-in stuff. And then what do we have? Damn, that's so here's some more of the warband. Brought some of the warband home from a rough trip. Hey, sometimes, man. Or these are like characters who were recently undeleted. Hey. Could do something like that. Yeah, let's do the actually let me double check. I think I have seen everything that was like in this spot. These areas, okay, that's like, yeah, because this feels like a medium-sized room. So yeah, no secrets, I don't think. Actually, no, they straight up said there's no secret rooms. So let's do the climb. Climbing up this I guess it's a work in progress sort of stairwell room. And then right through here we have one bedroom. Boop. And nothing behind that, right? Sometimes I'll keep an eye out, like just in case it's like maybe it's not a door, but it could be like signage or something, or you might see like this wall painting of Mr. Snuffles versus Reptar or something like that. So now we're at the upper level here, and we can see there's like multiple places to go. So this place is you know, bottom floor is like, okay, we got this much, but then it expands a lot as soon as we get upstairs. So we got gaming going on in the corner. It's funny because like folks downstairs, they could be like, you know, chilling, doing their thing, but then they'll hear like the echo from the two people here who are like screaming at each other. How dare you? That's an illegal move, bro. Something like that. That would be quite humorous. So this pathing takes us across. That is like its own sort of like balcony area, separated area. So we'll eventually explore that. And now the bedrooms is what I'm getting out of here. So let's take a look. We have a bedroom. Notice how we have like a small rise here. You know, so we're kind of platformed up just a little bit. And again, I'm sure this is what they mean when and I was talking about this earlier today, how there are some folks, they want to have like a big warband house, and they'll start the setup, you know, they got the bones and the layout of this like great. It's like organized and it's clean looking. It just doesn't have like quite that personality. So there's no telling, okay, who is here? You know, we have a little bit of an indicator. Maybe that's a hunter, probably a death knight, you know? So we get small indicators like that. And we might get a little bit more over time. This person might have a main, and they're like, okay, here's like my mains room. And then it's all like, you know, gussied up, like, hey, check it out. But at the end of the hall, we have this open air bathroom because this warband shares. Oh, 2 bathtubs. Check that. Yeah, they definitely share. It's like, yo, what if they come out at the same time? It's like, oh, dude. But then again, they might be like just like here, just chilling, and they're just gabbing. Oh my god, did you hear about like Ricky? Yeah, Ricky like wiped the raid again. Like, oh my god, Ricky like sucks. Sorry to the Rickies out there, but some Rickies just suck. All right, so I don't know how to get across there yet. Hmm, did I miss something? I think I did because I went. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I came up here first, and then I went that way. So now I'm gonna go this way, and then we'll see if that ends up leading us all the way around. So what do we have here? We have an upper crypt. Ooh, this is kind of gruesome. So because it's not underground, it's the kind of oh, and little signage too. Oh, that's darling. Yeah, so they definitely want to celebrate what had been done here. I'm trying to remember. I think these candles come from a BFA dungeon, if I recall correctly. Like Shrine of the Storms or something like that. That's a lot of runs that you did. Again with the flower box. I mean, check out the cubbies that were made here too. That's worth pointing out because here they used beams to separate this entire side, column beam kind of things, as well as platforms to like kind of tighten the space. And they didn't have to do that. They could have just left this alone. They didn't have to put in the other platform if they really didn't feel like it. Um, but maybe that would have worked because maybe the height of this wouldn't have been enough. I don't know. Um, yeah, that's kind of neat. I think it would have been cool. Like, I'm gonna pretend here. Like, if they know who is supposed to be behind here, it'd be cool if like all of these rugs back here were like the class colors. So that way we have like laymen, people who are just like kind of walking through, we'll be able to identify it like right on side. Like, oh dude, that's a hunter. Or that is a warlock, or that's a warrior, or something like that. That'd be a nice touch. So mm, boop, boop. Where are we? Bedroomy kind of place? Perhaps. Oh, these are walls that are set up. So maybe there is a secret. Maybe not. All right. So we've entered, I'm not sure yet. Maybe a bedroom. Maybe a bedroom. Yep, this is the main. See, I told you. This is where the main sleeps. So this is where the boss sleeps. They sit, they enjoy their coffee, and they're like, Ricky, every time, dude. Every time with Ricky. God. Taking the coffee. They don't throw it. They drink the coffee. They finish the coffee first and then chuck that thing. So, all right. So we continue on. Enjoy some of the fixins that are up here. Well, let's go ahead and step out here. Step out here. Some more like large books. And here they too can enjoy like some light reading while while the chess fight's happening, while people are noshing downstairs, and then they can just kind of enjoy like the ambient sounds of the war band doing their thing, or like pets that are scurrying around being all stupid. That would be fun. But when it's time for bed, they go right in here. Oh, and this is very, very like cozy, that cozy set that they have here. They walled things off straight up. Boom, boom, boom. Night, night. Get up. Oh, hello to the ladies. What's up? And then we have like our little animal friends keeping an eye on stuff. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And here's like the work table. What we got plans for? Plans for Kalimdor. What might we be up to this time? And yeah, a lot of potential here. A lot of the work in progress stuff. Some blank spaces that are just begging to be filled with things, paraphernalia, weapons, shields, tons and tons of shields. That'll be sick. No, this is a great place. I love the layout. It's super clean. It's a very clean layout. Like I can tell my orientation like very easily here, which is good. You know, sometimes it's cool to get lost in the layout too. It's like, oh man, where are they taking me now? I have no idea where I am. But here, like everything just kind of makes sense. You know, we go through here and then we have like the whole surrounding hallway plus the entranceway. You have one climb up from this spot here that takes us up to this upper landing, and then we go into like a whole series of bedrooms. I think that's pretty darn neat. Boop. So yeah, really well done. Yeah. The layout is just sick. It's really well done. Plan raids when Ricky's offline. Ricky the troublemaker. Gosh. All right. Well, yeah, thanks for showing me your place. All right. Going to Dragon's place now. 28. Let's move. I continue to be very impressed with these flower boxes. They are super convincing. Very convincing. It's because of the simplicity of it. That lends a lot to selling the fantasy. It doesn't even feel like fantasy. It's just a house, you know. So it's yeah, again, very good. All right, let's start from out here. I think. Well, this is busy. All right. Let me double check some stuff really quick. And I think we're fine. All right. All right, folks, welcome to Dragon's Place. This time we're in Razorwind, and we're going to walk through this ginormous trellis. Like, this is how big it is. It's like... And the place is filled out. Like, the lot is, like, super decorated with lots of greens and, like, large structures to set the place up. You can see the fencing right here, so you can tell like where it starts and ends. And then the house is just huge. Blood Elf housing is freaking massive. Super compensating because we're all short. Sorry, guys. Blood Elves are quite short compared to the other WoW races, but you know, it's okay because we have these huge buildings. Oh my god. So we go around. We've got greens and again, big structures, big pieces to help set the stage or to kind of set like these barriers. Big old things all over. Plus canoe, plus lizard. Yeah, excuse me. And again, you know, we have things that are like fenced off. As for like the smaller details, you know, no small details that are out here. It's mostly just like big set pieces. Half a doghouse plus poop. I don't know if that was intended or not. But yeah, lots of just like big setups. But as for inside, oh, what might we have in the inside of the place? Let's find out. I think the last time I remember you had me visit your place, it was like kind of like a big old guild banquet hall or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly. This time though, when we enter Dragon's place, again, just like on the outside, inside is very blood elfy. At the centerpiece, we have like the huge Arakoa sun statue, and we immediately feast. Immediate feasting. That's cool. I'm good with that. But where does the food come from? And also, what's happening here? Ooh. Some semi-gruesome stuff is happening here. So we have like this kind of curious setup there where it feels like that's a trap door or something like that, and then people just get dropped in here, something like that. So we'll see what's happening there. As for what's going on here, let's just say processing. We're processing people into boxes. Sometimes small boxes. Sometimes no boxes. So, they'll just throw them into the fire or whatnot. Sweeney Todd vibes, yeah. Sometimes death is an industry. It's all good. All right, so let's close that guy out. That's gonna be a climb. I'm gonna peek behind here though and see what's going on. Boop. Hallways, hallways. Yeah, let's go here. So this appears to be the kitchen actually. So we have, oh, okay, now this time, check this out. Now we have a very small stove. Things, let me just kind of get down here so we can get a closer look. So multiple burners going right next to the fruit. So maybe the fruit's being utilized here. And then we have we have the kind of functioning oven right here on the side. Stuff is going, burners, or stuff is ready to go, that is. Up top here, huge wine vats, heck yeah. Spiced wine, perhaps. Or mulled wine, so that way it comes out like nice and warm. And then back here, oh, it's kind of like a retail spot, right? I feel like it is, money, whatever. Or let me scan your phone, something like that. Yeah, so it's part retail spot, I feel like. Or market, something like that. But I mean, we do have other stuff here. We have like a fridge back there and everything. And then here we have like not kitchen-y hallways, but let's go this way. So now we get a little bit more purple. We have this kind of like little nook. Nothing here. I mean, the walls themselves are very artsy, even if they do happen to be empty. So that's all good. But then let's see what is going on behind this door. Oh, we're climbing. All right, we're climbing. Oh, we're climbing or we're exploring. I mean, these are stairwell rooms. So what do we have here? War planning. Oh, plenty of planning. Oh, it's kind of like a barracks area. All right. So this is where some of the warband lives. And when it's time to get to work, they grab their mighty weapons, their, super epic spears, grab themselves a snack, and they're good to go. I mean, hopefully they'll grab anything else here. Yeah. Now let's see what's behind here. The bathroom. Boom, boom. Big old toilet. Huge tank. You got to have that if you're in like a warband house. You got to have like kind of an industrial strength toilet or have like multiple so you can handle the traffic and all that. Yeah, cool toilet setup. And now let's climb. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing like quite a few things, including like some interesting clips. That's right through there. But let's keep going, and maybe we'll kind of discover like where the source of that clip comes from. So now we're at the top. We're at the top of the stairwell, but no door. So we should be going through, and eventually running into a dead end here. So here, what do we have? So we do have another place to like eat, as well as sleep. So it's kind of like a studio that happens to be up here, but it's a very extensive one. Because we have like the full-on bathroom plus toilet. We can do our whole thing. I'm not entirely sure where those structures come from though. Like I'm trying to identify where the clipping happens, from what we saw below. Yeah, because this seems like it's this whole separate apartment unit, because we have like our own little fireplace. We have two actually. That's like right here. as well as like some places to eat. Not exactly a kitchen, no kitchen setup. But yeah, I'm kind of curious. Okay, so we saw stuff there, and now I want to get my orientation right and be like, what is that actually? I can't tell. Hmm. Oh, okay. So, okay, I think I get it. I'm not sure where some of the structures come from, but the beams though, those are the ones that are shooting down. Okay, so that's where that's coming from. I'm just not familiar with like what the other structure is because it is. It's like this thing that I'm curious about. The whole thing with the tent. I'll take one more look because I'm just curious. So that's that fireplace, but it's this one. So upside down torn leather vents. Yeah, but where is it here? I'm trying to figure that out because I don't quite see it. Hmm. Mystery. So far, kind of a mystery. Oh well. Oh, you meant it was meant to cover the pillows. Oh, got it. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. All right. Mystery solved. Thank you, dude. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. Do I want to go straight? Do I want to go this way? I'm gonna go this way. Let's go behind the kitchen area and into. Oh, this is a very grand bathroom. So I appreciate that having separate bathrooms for different places. And like the vanities is like huge here. Multiple tables are set up to give like this very big, healthy shape to it. Then let's have a seat. Grab giant TV. That thing's like huge. I like the colors though. Yeah, some good setups that I have here. And then here we have like this vanity, a bit more simplistic. There you go. Well, the TP holder, no, it fully functional, dude. Fully functional. So now we're gonna check out this wing of the place. We have let's have that wall over there. Kind of a same, kind of the a uniform pattern here as we were seeing down the other hall. So let's see what we have here. We get another climb. So yeah, so it definitely feels like we're seeing like multiple small bedrooms. You know, it's a whole warband thing, warband or a guild sort of thing, where you have like otherwise complete living spaces in what are otherwise like pretty small areas. But I mean, it works. It's realistic. Like you can carve out so many rooms with the real estate that we're given here. And another bathroom. Oh, very polite. Very polite. In this case, a bit more simple of a mirror setup. Right on. Now we do the climb. More of the awesome blood elf patterning here. Oh, okay, we're climbing a lot. Wait, hold on. How many stairwells am I climbing? So I start here. So usually boom, 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 I'm at the top. Okay, okay, so I actually am at the top. Okay. But here they have this setup. So it's like a little bit more of a climb, plus one more bedroom, all the foods. Somehow they brought it all the way up. And then I'm gonna guess a bathroom. It's a bathroom. Someone commented earlier on the toilet paper and the holder. No, that's really smart. I like what they did here. Works out really, really well. Yeah, so again, also earlier today, we were seeing a warband house with like lots and lots of bedrooms. The challenge with something like that is to try and make distinctions between these bedrooms. You know, for where like some cases it's like, oh, okay, this is like this or this is this person's place, this is that person's place. And the real distinction that we found from the other place was their main. They had like this very, very expansive bedroom setup. So let's take a look. What else we got? So we went through here. We went through that, and that's where things are being processed. And now we're doing the climb. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm noticing, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see how things go. I'm noticing uh like more intricate details here. Like for example, I sit down, cards. Cool. But then notice how they're laid out. They're like all slightly angled together, to give that sense of making a pile of stuff. So a lot of a lot of extra work goes into like those small details that are easy to overlook. I have no doubt that I've overlooked all sorts of things throughout all these visits that we've done, but sometimes you just gotta like slow down and be like, wait a minute, oh, look what they did there. That's really nice. It's a cool setup. Now what's under the stairs? We got the bedroom. Oh, in this case, they have it all. Ooh, man, that's rough. Because they got the low ceiling, right? They got the low ceiling, but they also have toilet and everything. So they need to add some candles. Here's some candles. Or oh, okay, there we go. We got like the big old torch right there to eliminate the smells. Got it. Smart. You thought ahead. So let's start going around. Love the totem. It has such a strong personality, and it pulls attention away from everything else, and it just looks really cool. Highly detailed piece. It's hard to not want to put it like somewhere. And so here they have like the filled out bookshelves, plus some greens up top to give it a little bit more life. So it's like we have that's kind of like stair library going on, but we've been seeing books all over the place too. Oh, interesting. They have like this kind of they set up a tent right through here. Hmm. Not quite sure what to make of that though. So we'll see what's going on back there in a bit. We just have a little bit more like restful areas for people to like hang out, enjoy some booksies. And then something grand is up ahead, but I'm compelled to go through here first. Because here we are. So we're above the main room. So there's the entrance right there. Oh, check that out. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's in a little adventure that Reptar and Snuffles are having. And what are they doing? They're fighting aliens, dude. Check it out. There's like alien jellyfish or something like that. Legion ships. And they're like defending the land versus, those guys. Heck yeah. Something for Azeroth. it's a very cute setup. But let's go through here. And now we get it's a very grand bedroom. Complete with security system. Nice. So so around here, some paladin stuff. We have like two kinds of beds. Boom. Double bench being worked up as a bed. And then we have the blood elf. Actually, no, is this even there? No, it's the boss. Hey, it's the boss house. So they're chilling, almost hiding, like semi-stealth. But it's kind of playful too, because you have this sort of climb, and then you have the train set and all that. But then you also have Tesla coils, so it's kind of like security stuff. It's like, yeah, come on over. Like seduce them over, and then all of a sudden, zap. So over here in this spot, we have the open air bathroom. So here's the boss of the house. They're doing their thing, and they're like, boss, someone comes in. You gotta come out here. Like we're under attack. It's the Legion. And then they're like, oh yeah, and let's pretend I'm like super naked. I'm just like, they just get up, whoosh, just let it all hang out and everything. And then it's kind of their aura moment where they're slowly walking to like their closet. They're slowly getting dressed while their minion is talking about, oh man, this the Legion, it's going crazy. And you're like, oh, is that right? Wait, where do I put on clothes? Here we go. Oh, right by the door. Um, they're slowly getting dressed while listening to everything that's going on. And then they're like, all right, cool, let's get busy. And then here's like the launch pad. So they're like, all right, let's go. And then they say a real quick hi to Reptar and Snuffles before they run out the door. Boom. Oh, no, no. You jump down, and then some people are down there. And then the boss turns around and they're like, to me, my X-Men. And then everyone's like, oh my God. They did the X-Men thing again. They're like, and then they're like, shut up, let's go. The Legion's coming, yeah. So that's how I'm taking that. And that's the story I'm sticking with. So cool toilet, though. Hey. Oh, very comfy. Very comfy. Look at how my feet just happen to rest on the platform. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Ah, okay. Freedom. Sweet. Okay, so bit of a trap toilet, but it's all good. It's all good. Oh, and check it out. Burner right there for the smells. And I remember seeing the candle chandeliers too. So smells protected. We're all good. Everything's fine. Like the frame around the painting? No, it's very tasteful. Very well done. All right, let's back up. So many kinds of, there's been a lot of toilets we've been seeing. And so finally, what do we have here? This might be the final room of the house, unless I missed something. So now, this feels like a boss room. Oh, this is where the trap door is. Oh, okay, okay. This is a boss room. So it's like, how would this work? Does the boss like sit here? No, not really. But they'll, this is where like the guild gathers around, and they're like all standing around. And then here's like the person in the hot seat. There's no seat, but there's the hot seat. And they're like, you, Ricky, wipe the raid 3 times because you were AFK. And then Ricky's like, dude, it was lag. I was telling you guys at the start of the night, it was lag. And then all of a sudden, Ricky gets, and everyone's like, stunned silence. And then the boss is like, no, it's not about you lagging. It's the fact that you didn't offer to step out of the raid knowing that you drag everyone down with your lag. Sorry, Ricky, you're out the guild. No. And then they're down here. Oh, snap. And then who's here? Frank. Frank sounds like a butcher's name. Frank's like, oh, Ricky, I've been waiting for you, buddy. And then Ricky gets processed. Right? That's how it goes. Way to run your guild, Dragon. Oh, I'm messing. They know I'm messing. I hope. That's cool though. I kind of like that. I believe this is the Dallin surrogate is crafted, if I believe, or if I remember correctly. But yeah, kind of neat concept with the whole trap door. I like that. And I think I've seen everything, right? I think I've seen everything. Yeah, I was kind of waiting to do that whole setup too. I'm like, oh, there's gonna be some sort of uh punishment thing that I'll be able to set up. Wanna. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for showing us your place, dude. Very, very cool. Trapdoor. That's sick. All right. Number one, baby. Number one. Where's the tour list? There's a link. Someone will that you just do the slash, not slash. You do the tour command on Twitch, and then you'll be able to see it. Unfortunately, the queue is full for next week. I lowered the number of people though. I feel kind of bad, but there's like stuff going on next week, and I needed to not impact the schedule too much, so I only let 15 people in. But make sure to bookmark the place too. I open up spots every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So if you're interested in signing up, do that. Do so quick when it opens. It doesn't fill up that fast. You know, it takes like a couple days or so. Usually it starts filling up as I'm doing these live streams and people are like, oh, like for example yourself, like, oh, how do I sign up? And then people start signing up. So preferably sign up sooner than later, and then I will see your place in 1 week. Oh, you queued up yesterday. Oh, okay, then I mean you're in for sure. But yeah, I'll see you at least Wednesday, maybe. It's kind of TBD actually. Um, yeah, I won't be able to, I can usually give kind of a ballpark on the day, but I can't this time. But you're definitely going to be in for next week if you signed up, so you're fine. And as a reminder, folks don't need to be there unless they really want to be there. If there's like some sort of plan that you have, for the most part, like you can always look at the VODs later, or I keep the streams public for a while, and so you can go back and take a look. Slug, which is the Manchester way looked like a walk up to a boss fight. I did sign up for Munchie's overall update. If it's a very big overhaul, that's cool. But I still ask people, if I've seen your place, give yourself a month or so. So we can make room for newer folks to come in, just as a courtesy. I'd hate for people to be like, oh, I wanted to get in, but I couldn't because a bunch of repeats have been coming in. So that's why I ask folks to wait a month. At worst, if I see someone like just signing up, then I'll end up pushing them down anyway. But I haven't really had to do that. Folks have been very cool and chill about the whole thing, and I appreciate that. Okay, wow, this is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna actually have time to like chill and chat more. Woohoo! January 8th was a visit. Yeah, yeah. Then you're good. You are good. All right, this is Grizzle's place over at Razorwind. I'm compelled to look at one of my favoriteest things in housing, straight up, Sassy Dragon. I love Sassy Dragon. She's so cool. Sassy Dragon is a she just because. Whatever. But yeah, she has her own little spot with which for us to pay homage, such as the boss right there, eh? So they too are paying homage to Sassy Dragon. Very nice. And we have this whole Blood Elf setup right over here. Love the colors. Love the colors right here because we have what? The Pandaran pantry thing that I see somewhat regularly used for something like this because they want to have like the very high contrast, like the bright red, and it comes off really well here. And they're also using some more Pandaren stuff. We have the grill tables like right over here. 1, 2. There's kind of kissing, and they made a whole fountain thing for it. So this is a very cool set piece that if people want to emulate or do their own take on it, it's a fairly easy setup. Again, you need like 2 pantries. This happens to be a bunch of beams that are put together, and then you have the 2 Pandaren grills, some rugs right over there, and fountains, and then greens to dress things up however you like. Pretty cool. I'd say the biggest challenge is setting up all of these beams to make this like angled, rounded shape. It's not easy to do. It takes some time and practice, but once you get it, it's going to look really cool. So, what else do we have back here? Got some greens up top. Otherwise, the Blood Elf spires, they kind of speak for themselves. They just drip with all sorts of personality and everything. And let's go on inside. I like how they did the platforms here. That kind of like lead up. It has this cool little pattern to it. Yeah, very charming. All right. Broop. So, as soon as we go in, we have a kind of a sparse entrance, but as soon as we start moving in a little bit, we have like these nice little flower boxes set up. Again, using the Pandaren grills, they just kind of been flipped upside down. Otherwise, they'd be on fire. And we're sticking to the theme, so we might see a lot of Pandaren stuff around the area. Like there's the cherry tree with the panda dude that's chilling there. I don't have a name for him yet. Not yet. And then another sassy dragon setup. See, it just every time you see it, I think without fail, it's always looked so tasteful and just really imposing whenever you see sassy dragon being set up. So very cool. And each corner here, you can see, that's kind of like the not the flavor of the month, but it's been like it looks like it's like kind of a recurring thing. Using this as a box and then filling it out with all sorts of different decor to just make something really, really pretty. It's like we have another cherry tree setup. Basic greens. This is just like one maybe two sets of greens, a little bit of dressing up top, rocks behind it. Boom, there you go. You have a nice little setup. And you can use all sorts of things to like close this stuff off. Like recently we saw like just tables that are being cut into a square. That's been very effective too. This gives it a cool rounded shape. Now through the shroud, we have the whole dining area plus kitchen. So let's start off over here with the pantry. Very nice. What are we holding on? Dry stuff, coffee, etceteras. Very importantly. And then out here, we got the outside. This is over at Razor One. So, nice clear sky out. Some drapes to sort of, in case we need to like keep the wind out or rain or whatnot, whenever it's raining. And then here again are the examples of the pantries I was mentioning. And they dolled it up, added a bunch of extra things to give it a bit more distinctiveness towards each other. So you see like the one we have here, corn and greens, pantry stuff. Or on the other side, drinks, grinders, coffee things, and all that. And here's the all important homage to me. Yes. Just kidding. It's not me. But I like coffee. What can I say? So these ovens have like this cool setup. You have the venting that brings things out, to get all the nastiness away. Otherwise, it would like super stank in here. Burners are running high. I'm not familiar with this candle here. Like I've seen these plenty of times, but I'm guessing this is like another kind of candle setup. That's how it looks to me, but I haven't seen that shape. Or at least it's not familiar. I usually see other ones taking its place. And then we have an extension of the pantry again. And in this case, they used like some simple stuff to create the shelving. Like they just have the beams, and I think they just took a regular shelf. So instead of like the studs, because you can kind of see the studs right there, they just obscure that. And now you have the illusion of these shelves being built into the wall. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting out of it. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Let's mosey on out. Hello to Sam. And we'll take a peek behind these shrouds. I'll climb later. Because now we have this grand library. Kind of a public spot. Folks like Snuffles can sit and learn about the mysteries of the arcane. Good luck, Archmage Snuffles. We pan around and we see like all these little treasures. Little celebrations of their WoW career. And then we can take another glimpse outside. So maybe the other window was for like mostly eating. Here is mostly for stargazing. And notice here we're using like these rounded trellises, these more elven trellises as window covers, plus the actual door frames. And then it's kind of closed off by using this shape here. We have the rounded table. It was cool. Let's have a seat. Actually, I think we're facing the other way, huh? Yeah. Good enough. So we do have the raised fountain as like the centerpiece, but otherwise, folks might be just kind of chilling, getting themselves warmed up on the fireplace. And again, like more books, little celebrations, strong, really strong on the elven theme. Like I think that's why we saw from the previous room They hid the studs because they just wanted to hide the theme of seeing like the sturdy, the Stormwind kind of decor. That's fair. And now through here, training stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Fighting, practicing. A little bit of an homage and branding for like warriors and demon hunters. Maybe that kind of tells us the class that they play, which is very cool. So now, I think I went this way already, didn't I? Yeah, this is the library. Let me double check. Library, library. Okay, so now we climb. Say hi to Sam. Again, we see a lot of this Pandoran branding. So that's like the strongest branding that we've seen. And it's gonna stay that way from the looks of it. And notice here we have gaps in the floor, so it's meant to be like this sort of tasteful separation. I also think it's very unsafe. Don't bring kids here. It might be a bit dangerous. Just keep them downstairs if anything else. So over here we have this interesting setup because we have a okay, that's not blocking anything. So you know, again, big Pandoran shelves, huge. Another outdoor view, very pretty. Lots of greens. So kind of a personal space is what I'm getting out of here. Yeah, no secrets to be had, but like just like little bits of celebrations here and there. Like it's such a bright such a bright space. Like the lanterns are huge, chandeliers, they're just blazing. Very cool. Yeah, so like I'm blinded. So it's definitely prevalent here. Like, dude, it almost looks like we're as if we're outside. The chandelier is doing a lot of the work of brightening up the space because the way that these platforms work, they're kind of like sponges. Where if you put light sources like close enough, or if you embed them, it'll end up with just kind of brighten up the whole thing until it's like just a blinding white. Maybe that's the intention here, but I think that works because we have like this just incredible view of like, you know, the outside. That's cool. Like the sun is hitting us directly right here and we're just getting bombarded with sun rays. Pretty nuts. I hope one day we can have like um something here where we can just create like these really thin frames, and we probably could. It would be awkward to pull off, but we can probably just pull it off by just having like poles or something like that to make it seem like okay, here's where windows would be, or here's where glass would be. Just don't walk through it, don't unimmerse yourself. But if you just want to create like this huge panel windows, I think you should be able to do that. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. But yeah, such a bright reading room. It's yeah, it's crazy. All right. So now we go through this final shroud and into the bedroom. Oh, check out the vibe on this one. So you can see here we have the one street lamp. Yeah, we have the one street lamp here, but look at how much it influences the walls right there. You can see it starts to glow that lavender. That's where it's coming from. It's just that one street lamp over there that's doing it. That's cool. It creates a different sort of setup. You know, when we have the cherry blossom tree plus the greens and everything. Yeah. Oh, this is wild too. So notice how we're right here. Then we turn around and then things go yellow. Very, you know, this very deep yellow, very warm colors. Like it's like, you know, it's like the end of the day. You're turning down the lights and you just want to have that warm yellow glow to help you feel more relaxed. That's usually how it goes when human beings are exposed to like different sorts of lights. You know, this is a little bit different, but then, you know, comparing daylight to blue light and everything, like this is the kind of thing where you're like kind of getting ready for bed. You have like this deeper yellow kind of orange light instead. And so we sleep. Me and Miss Murgle would just kind of chill, do our thing, which is sleep, wake up, and then we can start our day. And then what are through these doors? What do we have? We have the la bathroom. La nice bathroom, actually. We have like this cool framing. It's like this. It's almost as if it's trying to be like this one solid piece. Like they took the whole thing, slammed it in there, and then they carved out like all the pieces here for like the countertops, the sink, even the framing for the windows. I like what they did here, or I like how it worked out because you have this door frame here that's being used, but then but they attached like these beams around it to kind of close it off and then create the space. Very clean looking. Right? Boom, boom, wash your hands, all good. And then right around here, thanks to the easy peasy privacy screen, we got a bathtub. Boom, boom. Get soaked. Really nice, too. And then around the bend, the toilet. Oh, check it out. It's the standing. They have a standing TP holder. Excellent. Excellent. See, that is smart. That's very adaptable because it's like, yo, no, let me just grab the whole damn thing, bring it closer. Smart. Very smart. I mean, what do we have here? I think we just have like a table or crate. I mean, this could be any object. But then they just have pitchforks to suspend a bench. No, not a bench, because I can't click on it. So maybe it's like a wall shelf or something like that. It could be a lot of things, but yeah, cool. Very, very cool. And now we backtrack some. And I think there's one more door. One more door. And it's just the closet. Fair enough. Sometimes you just have a closet. But that's normal, right? Yeah, okay, that's normal. I'm like, did they add that as a detail too? That's kind of crazy. All right, so I'm gonna jog a little bit. So I think we've seen everything. So I'm gonna drop down, boop, and I'll double check that we've seen all the stuff. So kitchen things, sassy dragon hall, big old library, super bright, punching bags, cool, no secrets. I think we're good. Yay. Great place, dude. Great place. It's kind of gnarly, like the way things open up. It's like, okay, we have the crazy staircase like right up front here. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to help that though, right? Because it's like they could always like resize these and make these smaller, or they could use something else like benches or whatnot. But then if they made it smaller, oh, that's gonna like just start chewing through the budget here. And from the looks of it, they were close to their limit. So I think they're just kind of restricted to using something like this. Otherwise, if they used smaller pieces, then yeah, it would be a bit tougher. And using other things like using like benches or wall shelves or whatnot, it just wouldn't quite match the theme. So too bad we just don't have bigger medium-sized rooms, or we don't have bigger stairwell rooms. Folks have been asking for something like that. It's a lot of space to fill though. So I feel like having a room of that size, while people might be like, "Ooh, giant room," I think it would be quite a challenge to fill it up. But hey, it's all good. And those are all the visits for today. Yay, we did it! See, and that's what happens when I go a little bit off schedule. Like I suddenly have like lots of time. I'm gonna stay on though. What we can chat and see what's going on. I think people were talking about how Hearthsteel is now available in game. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works. Random tangent, crazy thought. Imagine if Blizzard had an event similar to Trial of Style where they gave you a closet-sized room and asked you to decorate and vote on it. A Trial of Style. Oh God, how long will we have? I feel like I wouldn't have enough time. Yeah, that would be kind of cool though. That would be kind of cool. We need trail style houses. Blood elves are so presumptuous, too big and bright, too gold. I would love to see like just straight wood, wooden walls and all that. That'd be kind of neat. That would be very neat. At the moment, trying to do something like that would be you'd manually do it. You'd have to like carve out like each of these pieces and use not boards. You'd use beams to kind of make that simulated look to it. So you can do it, but oh man, that's why it needs to be a closet. Or it would be here's what would be funny. It would be funny if trial of style closet and the core that you're given is like fixed. So it's like you have like I don't know 15 pieces of something, and then you want to just make like the coolest thing. Like it would be too much if you used your own collection, but I think if you had like this preset collection, that would feel fair, Okay, so what's this thing about the store stuff? Um, housing. Ah, the puppy. Wait, 500. One, two, this one. Okay, 8 item bundle. Decorate your home with a pack of 8 plushies, 4 beloved lion plushies, and 4. Okay, so you get 4 of them if you want to do that. Otherwise, it's 100 a pop. Okay. There goes my C. All right, let me take a look at some stuff really quick. Um, I'm a little curious about what's up, Elon and friends. Hey, it's Soul. We just finished visits for today, and right now, folks that have been telling me about, hey, there's like Hearthstone on the store now, so I'm kind of trying to check stuff out. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to what's this mail stuff? Uh, trust. So, well, anyway, how much is Hearthstone? $10 for 1,000. Okay. So, it's like the only thing that we have though. So, yeah. So I can't really like contextualize this into anything because it's like 100 for so it's basically $1, right? Yeah, you're basically paying $1 for a plushy thing. I'd rather just pay cash. I'm kind of um I continue to be weirded out by the by that notion. I'd rather just pay in cash because if you'd rather pay it in cash, then you'd probably be paying $5. Oh, let's see, what's the minimum denomination? Oh, he can buy it for $1. Oh, so they're willing to do that too. Interesting. The I That's not bad. If they keep the denomination like this, uh, what can I say? It's the beginning of scummy behavior. I can't find myself agreeing to it. At least now that we have a number to work with, this feels very transactional. You want one, you pay $1. You're going through the extra step, yeah, but it's still like a one-to-one sort of deal. So this kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. And they offer a bundle. You want one, you get one. You want 5, or you want a bunch of them, cool, you get a bunch of them. You only want, the a la carte sort of thing, go ahead. Yeah. What's the difference? Just cheaper? something like that. So this kind of gives you, so I would say this helps to set the baseline of things. This here is $1. You know, some pets are more expensive than, you know, pets and whatnot. They're like minimum $5. But there's a lot more that goes into pets and mounts and what have you. These things just kind of sit there. They're not animated. They're not doing anything crazy. And we haven't seen like the cherry blossom stuff. Like that's gonna come in probably like less than a month. Is it live? Yeah, this is live. So cool. All right. So I'm done here. Wow. This is so different. this is this is very different for me. Um, let's go home. So if you went to the grocery store, would you pay in tokens that you bought? Well, imagine it like this. What if you're given a gift card? You know, that's how I typically look at these kinds of structures. You know, like oh, like gift cards were the original virtual currency, and gift cards those were super scummy because what happened with gift cards? Oh, you haven't used your gift card in like 6 months. We're going to start reducing the balance. Oh, that's the worst, man. that's that was so jacked up. Uh, I want to do a little bit of a shot. Do I have gold on me again? Okay, I have a little bit of gold. I sold some things. Let me see if I can let's see if there's any like cheap decor so I can get some plus ones here. Uh not really. 100 each, but 500 for both. Shouldn't it be 200 or less for oh, you get four each actually. So let me go back again. So something housing. So 8 item bundle. Decorate your new home with a pack of 8 adorable plushies, 4 beloved lion plushies, and 4 beloved wolf plushies. So you get 8 from the bundle. Am I gonna watch a state of play later today? Um, what's that? What's the state of play? Yeah, who does the state of play? Um, dude, I saw the things for like Diablo, and I gotta say, like it's kind of wild. So like yesterday, we saw the news about that one game that whose studio just laid off a bunch of people, which is just fucking awful. High Guard, I think is what it's called. Terrible, really shitty news. Um, and then also yesterday we had the Diablo update. Um, and I don't know what all the news was, but for me the big takeaway was the Diablo 2 update where they added the whole expansion, not expansion pack, but they added the DLC with the new class and everything. And it kind of felt, it almost felt nostalgic to me because like remember D2, that's like the old school quote live service thing where you know they wait a while and then they'll just put out an expansion or like put out a single thing. So not exactly live service stuff. Not like so like Diablo 4 is like this hybrid sort of thing. They have expansions, you know, they have new stuff that comes. That's cool. But then they also have like the cosmetic DLC sort of like battle pass that you know they have all that stuff going on too. Um, so they're kind of like double dipping. Uh, not kind of, they are double dipping. But again, kind of a nostalgic feeling going back to the days when it's just like, okay, here's like the one expansion, and then they do a bunch of stuff, and like here's everything. I thought that's kind of cool. Um, you know, and it sort of illustrates to me like how the whole live service model has been going. Is this beta? No, this is live. So this is all in now. So if you want to go ahead and grab stuff, go for it. I I don't think I'll grab stuff. I mean the puppy's cute. Well, you know, I'd do $1. I'd probably go with that route. I'd get like I get two things. Now, okay, here's the other thing though. Do I get bundles for these? 1 to 1, 5 to 5, 10, 25, 50. No, it's all 1 to 1. So we're not being compelled to be like, get the best deal. Because that's, to me, that's kind of a scummy thing too. So at least acquiring the currency, this feels friendly. Or at least not friendly might be too much of a kiss ass. Um, it is transparent. You know, there's no weirdness here, except when you want to buy the bundle once you have the hearth seal. So I think that's really the only way to go about it. You know, they want to make money, they're gonna make money, but at least they're trying to uh, not throw people off with weird denominations and all that. So so yeah, was I gonna buy anything? I don't think I was. Maybe I'll get like one or two things. Like as long as it's not that bad. Although I could probably like look around other servers too. But I think the pricing that we see here is like pretty comparable. Yeah, some things are look like they're cheaper elsewhere, so I just gotta make sure that I avoid some of those. I mean, there's I'd have to really like look around to try and find like the lowest prices of every single bit of decor. But at least when I'm working with these kind of lower, quote, lower denominations, at least this isn't so bad. Um, okay, what's this one? Oh, enchanting stuff. Got it. Shattrath thing. Meh. I'll get one thing. Just one thing. How about that? My light demonstration of responsibility. Sure. By the way, let me thank some folks from today because I didn't say anything yet. Thanks to Uncle Willie, thanks to Sherry Zona, thanks to Sonata for subscribing, much appreciated. Although some of the core make me so much gold and continues to be a great gold making. I just wish I had time to like really like farm for like stuff because that's all you really need to do. Like your that's how I look at it mostly. Most of the gold comes from most of the gold trade out comes from are you willing to go out there and get lumber? And if you are, great. You're solid. You know, because I would say like lumber is still the most valuable resource one can farm for. If you're out there gathering and stuff, uh what's the most worthwhile thing? Is it certain herbs or ore? No, it's lumber, you know, when you're doing that. Lumber made oh yeah, for sure. Like I didn't make millions. I think I made like okay, I made almost 2 million, but that was me selling like only some decor and mostly just mats that I flipped that I bought like for like super cheap early on, and then now then I offloaded it. So different stuff. Now, of course, I have been going on like hunts for decor. So let me get back on uh, Hunter, right? Hunter. This guy. Let's go. You're welcome, Vimer. First week decor was the greatest, best gold power I think in WoW's history. It's oh, there's a oh, it's a guildmate. Yeah, hi. What's up, Falcor? Oh, you can have it. Then you know I can just get lumber anyway. There's probably some rares I can kill too. You're done? Needed a banner? All right. Sweet. You got puppies in the house now? Nice. Nice. Oh, there's another bastard in here too. An alliance. Oh, well, I don't think I want to turn on war mode here. That'd be a bad idea. I would get stomped so bad. Yeah, so who else is buying plushies? I'm very mixed. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Oh wait, no, down here in a cave, I believe. This cave. Resizing some of those would be fun. Cool. Only the time one gold power was great in 10.1.7 when they brought back all the removed areas and items from the Cataclysm World revamp. Oh yeah, I was not I wasn't I'm typically not present for those trends. Like I happen to have some time for the core stuff, but not nearly enough. So I know I missed out. That's like that and that's probably going to be like the biggest rush that we're going to see. The what we're going to see in midnight, that's going to be significant. You know, folks are going to be gathering materials, they're going to be gathering lumber, and then selling whatever they can possibly make. Although a lot of the decor, that's also, I mean, some of it will, some of the recipes will just drop, but a lot of that stuff you have to spend moxie in order to get. So it's going to be kind of slow going, and but people are going to race. You know, some people they're going to be racing for things to gather. Some people are going to be racing to sell reagents. Other folks are going to be racing to do decor. And it's a simple strat. You just dedicate all your moxie into getting that stuff, farm up lumber, get the resources that you need, and then you're good. And then you sell them for gangbusters. Now, the question though is how interested are people going to be in buying it? People are going to be interested in selling for sure, but what about buying stuff? Because there's going to be a lot of folks that are like, oh, well, you know, I bought all this decor because I had nothing to do because it was the end of season 3. But now it's the beginning of an expansion. So what's going to be the thought process this time? I'm sure there's going to be a number of people who are like, ooh, I'm going to pick this up like right away. But is it going to be enough to keep those prices high, or is the supply of possible decor going to be too high? Because there's only so much being introduced, and people are going to discover new decor regardless. You know, um, outside of professions. So I don't know. I think that the takeaway, though, I think is you miss all the shots you don't take. So you might as well, you know, for anyone who's enterprising, might as well give it a shot. It's the first time we're going to see something like this again. So we'll see. Boop, 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 boop. Did inventory of all the midnight items. We need a total of 1438 wood for all profession decor items. I think today, yeah, maybe today, I'll throw together like a little video about the profession decor. It'll be quick. Well, okay, maybe it'll be quick. People are still lazy to farm lumber. Decor will oh, absolutely. Yeah, it'll always sell. You know, so like some of the recipes for decor, they'll involve materials that at some point people are going to want that they're not going to care about too much, or you know it's going to be too plentiful, or it's not going to be wanted. Like some folks have been questioning, oh, well, are low quality materials or whatever going to even be valuable anymore? And I would say, yeah, of course they are, because they'll still be used for decor, because you could use that stuff for it as well. So it's a very insidious and clever way, and we've seen it with all the expansions now. Every expansion's material cost, it's gone up by a bit, at least a bit. Some more than others, and decor has helped to make that stuff relevant again. It's not killing the supply of stuff, But now you're starting to see that supply be impacted because people are actually using it for something. Excellent, you can convert coal, gold, and battle.net balance into hard steel. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. Do I have enough gold for a WoW token? Not on this guy. How much is it? I think it's like 300 grand right now. 297. Do I have it on anyone else? I don't know if I have enough. Do I have a single character that has that much gold? Let me see. I know on my I'm a goof. Like on my other accounts, that's where I have my backup money. Just so I don't accidentally spend it. But I know that this account is starting to like run kind of dry. All right, so who's got money? 235, 71. But oh, it's all spread apart. Oh, this guy got 300K. Okay, cool. Um, there you go. You convert gold weekly? Weekly, damn. How much battle net balance do you spend? That's a lot. All right. Token. So I want to see this in action. All right, so boom. Oh, I thought it was going to like directly go into hard steel. Darn. Oh well. That's what I was hoping to see. I mean, it doesn't make any difference really, but that's cool. Still good until August. Sweet. How many different endeavors? I have Draconic, Lone, yeah, there's 5. Just 5 right now. Yeah, I mean, like that's what folks have been saying too, or that's what I typically say when it comes to stuff like this. To me, Hearthsteel is gold, or that's how I try to frame it to people. Yeah, you can just get gold and then you turn it into this battle.net balance and then you turn it into like these Hearthstone things or whatever, or you can buy it with real money. I look at gold as the first option. And when you kind of consider it that way, um, there's a little bit of selfishness involved, but that's it. That's all you got to do. Oh, you did buy and took it. I do it like every now and then. Like, yeah, I coast. So like I'm still good for another what, like 6 months or so. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Oh, did I use it? Shit. No, I didn't use it. So, I'll buy shit. Yeah, I'll buy stuff. I got 75 bucks right now. I'll do another thing. Sure. Legacy acting in Dragonflight raids now. Yeah, but I wanna just cut through stuff. One guy. I'll wait until I'm level 90, and then I'll just obliterate stuff. I don't know. I want no friction. I want to coast, man. But at the same time, like I'm trying to think of like what am I still missing from Dragonflight? Because there's so many things. Because thanks to season 4 of Dragonflight, yo, we got hooked up, man. It was so easy to just buy all the different weapon appearances that we wanted. And that made it super chill. It was very, very chill. Just even they went straight into personal stories. They don't count for first time experience. Oh, they better not. That would be so scummy, dude. That would be fucked up. I gotta get that 20 experience, guys. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Um, oh yeah, so I gotta actually buy it. So I'm just going to buy 500, right? 500. Okay. So $5 for a bunch of pets. I can I can deal with that. Boop and boop. So that was me buying the thing. And then I click and then I accept. Can I buy multiple bundles? Purchase has failed. Deuces, man. Fine. You don't want my money? You don't deserve. Actually, no. They already got my money. No, 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 no. They got someone else's money. Sorry. Let me at least be correct there, right? Oh, you gotta refresh it. Okay. So let me just do it again now, I guess. Oh, let's see if it actually, let's see if it went through already. What are they called again? Plushy something or other? Plush. All right, there we go. All right, back to stuff. Do 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 do. It's been misleading already. Ah, it's just it's sucky. It's a store bug. I have had some experience when it comes to um storefronts and that sort of stuff during my whole testing career. Not much, but there's some things that unfortunately like you just can't test until it's live. You can have like all these different environments and testing set up, but it just doesn't work until you just can't really see what you're gonna see until it's live. I mean, that's how it is with most online games anyway. Like you'll have this test environment where it's like, okay, this happens, but there's like there could be like the tiniest little factor that might be slightly different, and it'll just cause everything to go haywire. It sucks. It's very, very frustrating because then you get consumers being like, "Oh my god, do they even test their own game?" And then people behind the curtain they're like, "Shut the fuck up, dude." but but what can you do? You still it's still a bug and it's still on the company to fix it. So they just got to kind of take that to the chin. You almost bought it again. Yeah, you want to be careful of that. Like if you happen to only buy one denomination, enough, exactly enough, then you'll be fine. You'll be protected because it's not going like something that I'm grateful for. So let me check something. Here's, I'll do a scum check. So if I hit 500 and I have no balance, it tells me, okay, purchase all for 500. And then I hit okay. And then what? And then nothing. Then it locks. Well, that's a problem. Well, so the thing that I was checking for, if this, oh, it took longer than expected. Okay. Well, it should. So the flow that I wouldn't like very much is if I hit the 500 and then it says, "Hey, I want to purchase it." And if it detects that I don't have any Hearthsteel, then it directs me immediately to buy more. I don't I don't like that. I think that sucks. It's convenient, but it also just kind of compels like splurge behavior. Um, Like you're just like, okay, go, 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 go. And I don't like, there's nothing wrong with that. Factually, I think morally, it's dubious though. I just don't like that. I'm cool with it just being like, boom, error message, you don't have enough stuff. And then you got to cancel, and then you got to go through that flow. It's less convenient, but I I find that to be a bit more transparent, a bit better. Now, if it was something else, like there now something that I would say is a total violation would be like you hit 500 and then you purchase everything and then it automatically goes through the flow for you. Like if I hit accept and then it charged me to buy the hard steel and then spent the hard steel, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, no, 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 you can't do that because there are certain for Sony at least, there are certain rules where you have to open up certain storefronts because that's what's going to let you approve transactions. So if they skip that process, I would count that as a bug, and I would tell them, no, you can't do that. You have to introduce this kind of flow. So that way customers they don't just like random click and be like, oh crap, I just bought a bunch of stuff. You got to go through like some of those prompts. So those were fun days. Those were legit fun days. Testing that sort of stuff out. Um, do, 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 do. There's a nice note about some items owned. It's a wee bit small. Actually, what I wanted to ask, like, can you buy multiple bundles, or are you restricted to buy just like the one bundle? And then if you want more, you have to buy a la carte. Oh, and someone was asking, what am I doing here? I'm farming whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like spinning my wheels and chatting with you guys while keeping my hands busy with something. Too easy to buy too much. I just think the whole idea of like accidental purchases like that without having a proper flow, that's just really, really bad. Yeah, it was really bad back in the day. And then since, there have been regulations put in and laws passed and stuff like that. It sucks because like the internet moves so fast. With the way it develops and all that. Like we're still not even close to being caught up on like social media kinds of stuff because there's constantly evolving technology. I haven't bought more than one, but I bet you could as long as you have the tokens. Right on. You have to buy multiples. How are you gonna have a Reptar versus Snuffles versus yeah? Good point. Good point. So now starting next week, I'm counting on seeing plenty of Snuffleses. Oh, that was a world boss. Yeah, so I also picked up little animals. Kind of interesting that they start off with that too. As opposed to the spring stuff. But I guess it's because they're waiting for the Lunar Festival things to happen, which is going to be soon, right? It's going to happen next week. Oh man, so people, we're going to get reactions. Oh my God, look at Blizzard. They're just like pumping stuff out. Meanwhile, we're getting literally nothing. And it's like, we're getting a lot. We got a lot at the core, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, they're kind of spacing that out, letting the hype build. And there are people who have said, "Oh, they really want to have the cherry trees." The one Pendarn statue. It's like, okay, there's that. That's cool, but we want more. Grr. I'd like to have like more of the normal looking cherry trees though. The ones that we see from Pandaria. Some people they like that art style more. They find um the new ones to look like cotton candy as opposed to like actual trees. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Art is art, you know. People usually want what they can't have. True, but then just make some gold, you know. It's hard to take people seriously when they say we should be able to just play the game normally and get everything in game without an in-game shop. And then I say WoW token. And then they say, no, no, it shouldn't be like that. Like it's a very strong word that you see from those kinds of from that kind of commentary. The word should. You know, it's the principle of the thing. It should be like this. Why? Because it should be. You know, and it's. I know, I believe their feelings, right? But it's hard to have a serious conversation with folks that come off with that sort of energy because they're definitely not interested in what you have to say, or they're not interested in a discussion. They just want to like say their piece. I'm like, all right, and then I just, you know, and I can't help but disengage because there's not much to say to that. You'll like not I'm not trying to make y'all woke about it, but like keep an eye on some of those conversations where people or even yourself sometimes where you say should and it's like what sort of you know what sort of logic is coming from it, or is it just like you know strong feelings, which again you know I don't want to be dismissive of people's feelings about it, but it's just hard to uh do like a good back and forth or like a trading of ideas. Boo, boo, boo. I'll say the problem: make plushie, sell plushie, turn gold to balance, buy different plushie. Oh, you're talking about like the craftable plushies. And you know, and I say that word a lot too. You know, I have my own principles of like what should and should not be. So yeah. No one's immune to it because we're all human. We don't have we you know we don't run off of cold hard logic. So but all the gold sellers are worse than the token. The bots ruin the economy. I mean, the bot problem, that's a different thing altogether. You know, there's what I feel like is a disingenuous argument. People may be like, oh, if it you know if Blizzard really tried hard, they would just get rid of the bots, but they let it happen because it makes them money. I don't think so, man. It happens to you know sometimes it happens to work that way indirectly, but I don't think any company wants just bots running stuff because they see stuff in the background that are like, okay, not only are we handling like these illegitimate players, we're handling customers who are going back and be like, yo, this person took my credit card account, I'm going to do a chargeback. And there's like all sorts of other garbage, you know, transactional garbage that they have to deal with. And I'm sure, you know, they're not happy about that either. Mm, 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 mm. For me at least, WoW token saves. I mean, it's a way for me, a player like me, to not have spent money on DLC, other transactions, other games. Have you know, never had to pay for a Diablo. Well, actually, no. I have to disclose. Like, I was gifted Diablo 4, but I wouldn't have paid for it. No, I think I earmarked money. No. That's what I did. I earmarked money for it. And then Blizzard gave me a copy. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I refunded my copy. And yeah, so yeah, I remember that's what happened. So, but yeah, Battle.net balance is dope. The one thing I'm not too keen about though is just how it keeps growing. But at the same time, the only way to generate a token is through WoW. They're the only game that generates token. You don't. There's no Call of Duty token. There's no Diablo token. Nothing like that. There's no way for those games to feedback. The other games they just consume. They basically just consume WoW tokens. WoW is what generates it. And I guess that's okay because I don't know. Because copium. I don't know. That's a funny setup. You know, we have there's a good number of folks out there who are like, who ask for, hey, what's a good gold making tip? Buy a WoW token. And they're only half joking too. You know, because some of these folks are like, I can definitely afford to, you know, for time, money, measurement, whatever. It's definitely easier for me to just throw down my real money because I make that much more, as opposed to spending this many hours in WoW because of the principle of the thing. Oh well. Boo, boo, boo. Never in my life had enough money, time, or energy to get to be everything I want. So I've learned to be happy with what I can have. It's a good place to be. That's a good gamer mentality. Not just when it comes to like gold making or affordability, but just like, let me work with what I got. A lot of gamers are like, oh my God, my class is not performing within the something percentile. Blizz fix the game, you know. And I get those feelings, you know. Like I said, those are real feelings, and can't fully dismiss that. But some gamers will just look at it differently and be like, I don't care what they do with the balance. I'm gonna be this spec because I love this spec. I love how it feels, and cool. And then the rest is just like numbers. Now, when people are like, "Oh, the class doesn't feel good because of like the rotational flow and cooldowns don't hit right and blah blah blah," that's different. But if your class just isn't doing the numbers, it's more a numbers problem than anything. Really, it's hard to make gold in the game of like farming the hours it takes isn't worth it. Depending on what it is, yeah. But some people just enjoy it too. They enjoy that whole feel of cool. I accomplished this thing by like going out and farming materials, and someone's going to do it because if they didn't, then no one would make anything, and then we'd have a big problem. But it also self corrects too. Because if there are people who are like, "Oh, I hate farming stuff," someone else will do it, and then you see supply become impacted to a point where prices go up, and then it's like, maybe it's a pretty good idea for me to farm stuff. This is like really chill. I'm like just popping in Netflix or whatever, and I'm making like hella gold just watching movies pretty much, and that's cool too. So there's a lot of self-correcting that happens with in-game economies like these. Someone's gonna fill those gaps. Boop, boop, boop. Bots farm and lower the price of goods. I mean, unfortunately, we do live in a world where there are bots. There's no game immune from this, unfortunately. If there was a solve, it'd be solved. But the thing is, there's a solve, and then bad actors, they'll figure out the workaround and make that happen. Like, what would be the extreme alternative for anti-bot stuff? Well, we need to verify your account with a social security number. or like some sort of government issued ID or something like that. I don't think people would be fond of that either. So yeah, there's a line to cross where it's like, okay, you want security, but the cost of that security might be a bit too high. And if someone can think and if someone does have like that golden solution, they'll be really rich because companies will definitely pick those things out. You token is only 1 hour work, so yeah, I get why some people see it that way for farming for 1 hour in the game. They won't give you that kind of gold for a lot of people. Yeah, and like in other places too, like in other countries, um, a WoW subscription is really prohibitive. You know, for some folks, it might be an hour of work. For others, it might be a whole day of work, and that's worth considering too. So that's why something like the WoW token is an awesome opportunity for them because they're like, oh, I can make that. It's very comparable. You know, not every country's economy is the same. So there's a lot of pieces, and there are folks who distill or they try to simplify the complicated. They try to simplify all that nuance into should. It's not that simple. You know, and so we should keep talking about these sorts of things, but it's not simple either. For me, with 2 accounts and 2 kids that play, I love the option to buy playtime with gold. Yeah, that adds up too, man. Shoot. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna do fishing today. God damn it, Soul. Okay, let me hop on to beta for a bit. Jeez, man. Okay, let's see if beta's even up. Right? On a Thursday, it should be up though. Should. Get that? I just tripped over my own words. Got him. Got him, Soul. Different context. Nope. Soul. So hypocritical, whatever. Oh man. Like I have the what's the word? I feel lucky enough that I'm able to ultimately step back and be like, man, some of these conversations that we have about gaming and whatnot, God, these are such first world problems. You know, compared to what's going on out there. Don't worry, we're not going there. But it's kind of nice that sometimes we limit our anger to like this sort of stuff. So I wanted to get on to I'm just gonna get on an old cook. So I'm gonna cook things. What are the drops this time? This time you get a Murloc decor. Yeah, a Murloc decor. Oh, this isn't the right one. Shoot, it's Xalatath's thing. There we go. So cooking's the easier thing probably to learn. Fishing not so much because I gotta fish, and that's like manual labor. Listening to you while trying to make a snow scene in the evening outside room and slowly going nuts. Why are you going nuts? It's so easy. It's not easy. Good luck. Good luck with that, dude. All right. So, something cooking. All right, it's been a few months. So, let me see what okay, I don't remember anything. I'm kind of starting from scratch. Yeah, was there a cooking thing? No, there was not a cooking thing. Where's my food? Here's my food. Um. All right, so mm, it doesn't look like things have like super changed. The one thing that I'm not too fond of though is how they really simplified the names: intermediate, advanced, master, feast. You know, they just have like something like this, and I'm not all that fond of that. It's kind of like a bleh. But I think the bones of this are the same as what I saw before. So let's go through the motions. Oh, this is old stuff. Okay, that's old stuff. That's old stuff. Those are old things. So I don't need that. Kazalgar, Kazalgar. I think all these are like old expansion stuff. Okay, so I need fish though, don't I? Oh, okay. Oh, no, no, there's the fillet. Okay, so I don't have fish. I just have the thing. Yeah, so that I'll have to do. That I'll have to like check on the other server. It's like whatever keeps me out of the bar. No, a friend of mine who got me into WoW. Um, he used to be kind of a gangster dude. Like he got himself into trouble. He was like racing down highways and stuff like that. And then I don't know exactly how, but he discovered EverQuest, and then his life just changed. He became like a total like gamer dude all of a sudden, and he left the life behind. Like that was it. So I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, so just before we start off with fishing, and then there is, oh, there's no meat thing. Was that always gone? I'm not sure. Yeah, because that's fish. Okay. Hmm. Well, let me keep this training thing open. Oh, okay. I learned Dragon Isles cooking too. That's darling. Bought the hot seal on the website, then I bought the beloved plushie in the core and received the confirmation. But the first, not the second. Now I notice the in-game store no longer has a housing tab, and I have not received the purchase decor. Oh, that's odd. Double check your BattleNet thing to see if the purchase actually went through. That that's a stinker. Okay, 1 through 4 for that. That has not changed. Um, wait, why is it saying cooking? Uh, oh, does that guy not really teach me anything? I guess. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so back to this. Oh, we're far away. Come on, buddy. Reach. Yes. Okay. So, man, I remember when I was first messing with War Within cooking, it was really complicated. There was like all sorts of there was like some very, very mathy things, and it had the vibe of like a mobile crafting game. Like you needed like 50 of these things to make like two of these things, and then you needed 50 of those things to, yeah, it was crazy. You needed like a ridiculous number of materials. And then they revamped the whole thing like a few weeks before launch, and I was like, son of a bitch. I was very amused by that. And frustrated because I made like a whole spreadsheet and everything. Oh, it sucks. I was pretty butthurt over that. Okay, so Nothing but these. So it's just fish. What about what about other stuff? What about meats? Well, let me see if I guess I'll see if I get hard stuck or not. Because this seems kind of unusual. Went live too quickly. There's none. There might be some that happen. Yeah, because I mean, I haven't put mine out, but I think some people here on chat they've already put out the core. Or is no one able to put them out? Because I figured you could. They wouldn't put something out on the store that you couldn't use yet. Or would they? Okay, so I'm just doing this with the spiced biscuits, and that'll eventually take me to 25. There we go. Then I learn all this stuff. So now, okay, so that I need herbs for. Get it. So these are like individual fish, but how come I'm not seeing anything about meat? Right? Yeah, because I want to do my is it all just called practically pork then? It might be. Yeah. So let's see, what can I buy here? So did I buy these? No. Okay, so I got those now. But now now I'm like missing stuff. Oh no. Is this why I stopped before? Is it because I got stuck? Well, let's see if I can find it. Practically pork. Where is it? Not there. Uh-oh. Look on my shop thing. I'm on beta right now. So it's definitely not there. Shit. Well, that sucks. Maybe, oh, maybe I'll find it on other bags or something. Like, I'll check that one. I'll check that one. Skins, minerals, herbs. I do need some herbs anyway. Enchanting, engineering, inscription, tailoring, yada, yada, yada. Other stuff. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, maybe this lady has it. She has all sorts of random bruja. So I'm looking for practically pork. So there's tavern fixing. So it's got to be here somewhere. Somewhere here is what I need. I hope. Hammers, signs, an ability for some reason. Yeah, those are just missives. Tailoring stuff. Leather and tailoring stuff. Vials. Extra reagent thingies. Delve things. Pork, man. Pork. There is no pork. Shit. Well, bummer. I mean, it feels like I'm missing an ability straight up. But maybe not. Because it's not asking me for like other things. Plant protein. a meat substitute from various creatures. Hmm. Okay, the fillet I get. Hmm. Damn, that means I got to do this thing manually. Fuck. I got to do it on normal servers. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, let me double check one more time that these bags. Come on, save. Nope, nothing in there. And then that's just herbs. Hmm. Can you cook the core? What? Hmm. I'm just double checking if I'm like blind or anything. Okay, that's still fresh fillet. That's still beef. I was just kind of hoping, okay, maybe if I buy this, it'll actually give me practically pork, which would be kind of funny. But I'm not gonna see it. Well, fiddlesticks. Did you hear about anything about the no gold quest on retail? And if you did, do you know if they're gonna fix it? I'm gonna guess they're gonna fix it. Um, but no, I haven't heard about it. I'm sure they will. It's just a bug, unfortunately. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm stuck. That's a bummer. I guess I'll see what the other realm shows me. Otherwise, I'll just start murdering things. No problem. I mean, I don't think my answer was very helpful at all, but yeah, it's not like there's a passionate saying, "Oh, we're gonna take gold away from all the quests prior to midnight." Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's a shitty problem, but I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. All right, let's go with this one. No more gold hearths only. There we go. Like the gold that I spent to get that WoW token for the hearth seal. It's like, oh, enjoy it while you can, buddy. No more gold. That's how they're doing it. That's how they'll reset the economy by just taking all the gold away. All right. A lot of bugs you can exchange BC lumber for general lumber. Oh, is that still a thing? Are people like doing that still? I mean, it's not like you need to do that anymore, right? Unless you just didn't do it before they fixed the lumber thing. Guard, guide me. Profession trainer for cooking. All right, baby. Teach me something. You. Nope, not you. Uh, yeah, where do I. You? Nope. Cooking trainer. Oh, sorry, Silent. Did not see you there. Okay, so once again with the fish and stuff. So I have been getting, I guess I am just getting random pork from drops. Well, that's different. So we only fillet fish. We don't fillet meats. All right. I can accept that. If only I can find some now. Sheesh. All right, at least those ingredients are like super cheap. But now I got to deal with this. So I guess I'll make biscuits until I can't anymore. All right. Get the feeling I'll be unsubbing this expansion. Well, don't give yourself a self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, honestly, if you have the feeling you're going to unsub, go. That sounds so fucked up, right? If you don't like the game, stop playing. You know, I'm not trying to give off that kind of energy, but like, if you're starting to like kind of see the writing on the wall, um, you're kind of mentally psyching yourself out too. So it's like you kind of have it in, your headspace kind of like feels altered where it's like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna leave. And so now I'm just looking for things to impress me about the game. And that's a weird kind of energy. Like, okay, come on, game, give me something that'll wow me or something like that. And you're kind of it feels like you're setting yourself up for failure with something like that. I don't know. So I'd say, why wait? There's tons of cool games out there that I haven't that I want to play that I haven't been able to, and I'm sad. But at the same time, I love this game, so I'm cool. All right. Okay, what was the thing? Lunch lady. Okay, that's all that is. As long as I keep making that until I'm broke, skill broke. Type of everything game. Yeah, that's always cool. I mean, I would have. I think the best time to have taken a break would have been like sometime during season 3, but not before the expansion launched. So I'll get to what, maybe 35, I hope. But it's still not going to be enough. I'm going to have to like make some of these things. Oh, did I just? Oh, no, I got to 30. Okay, so 35, I just automatically learn hearty food, which is cool because I can make. Ah, wait, really? So that's all I'm doing? Hold on, I'm going to keep making these. So far, I've just been leveling off a big old stick of butter and pouch of spices. No flour, no nothing, just butter and spices. Now woo, that's rich. Damn blood elves. Blood elves and their cholesterol problems. You don't see them talk about that. But I have a feeling it's a problem. All right. So let's see how far this takes us now. So if it takes me to like 45 easily, then that's cool. That'll take me a good ways up. But then but then yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of recipes I'm missing too. So I'm gonna be curious as to what I'm missing as well. I'm glad they made more casual friendly content. I came back after 10 years because I got sent a video of Dells. Rated from vanilla to wrath, lost interest. Take a break might renew your interest after a while. Dells are such a win, dude. Easily some of the best things that have come out of the game. I say this often. Like, what did the non-raiders and dungeon people have before? They had the super bloom. They had soup. They had nothing. They just had like these public events. That was like, and that was recent, right? Back then, those folks, they pre Dragonflight, what they have, they just grinded more renowned stuff, just try to get by. Now they have like this kind of feel of progression and all that. There's a certain audience among them who's like, oh, we want more challenge. I happen to be one of them. Like, oh, we want more challenges and stuff like that. That's fair. And I think we're gonna see that kind of evolve, like the whole labyrinth thing that's gonna come later in Midnight. We don't know what that entails yet in terms of difficulty, but could be cool. Has everyone tried to build rooms on a second level of their house and either clip it into the skybox room or not allow you to build above that room? No, you can't. Um, yeah, because it was funny because I don't know if you were here yesterday, Draken, but or was that today? Shoot, it was yesterday. Um, we went to a place and we clipped outside of the house, and we actually got to see like the outer boundaries of the house and the skybox room. It was like this massive pillar of darkness, um, which kind of tells me you can't build above or below it at all. At least I don't think you can. If you want to try it, hey, why not? Actually, no. You said you can build on. Okay, you can build on top of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was very cool seeing that effect from yesterday, though. I was very wowed by it. Okay, so I just learned a crap ton of stuff. I'm at 73 now. Hearty food is still yellow. I'm gonna take it all away. So what do I need for this? It was biscuits, pouch of spices. Let's go. Give me them spices, baby. So I am doing nothing but spices and hearty food. This is pretty familiar to compared to War Within. Because I think War Within it ended up being like super easy as well. So we're gonna let that thing go. Oh, sorry, I gotta stretch. Oh man. I'm still like battling with my hip for like okay, not my hip, but my leg. I feel like there's like this muscle on the hip that I pulled, and that's what's traveling down and causing some sort of like weird nerve thing. That's kind of where I'm at right now with the health stuff. So it's still frustrating because I'm like, yeah, I just want to get this thing solved already. Concerning the ins and outs of how housing managed itself, this has done a great job. I've been very impressed with everything so far. I mean, I want more. That's like the forever thing. Like, oh my God, Blizz, they got to do this, they got to do that. Still waiting for my room full of shields. I will continue to impatiently wait until that day comes. Until then, I'm gonna seethe and bitch and rum, 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 rum. All right, so there's only so many recipes left for me to learn. There's like one, two, three, four more recipes, and then what's down here? Oh, actually, there's very few. So Hearty Feast is learned from automatically. That's so here's one Flora Frenzy. Um, you gain your highest secondary. Okay, that one will be gotten. That one will be gotten. That one too. And wait, that's it. So we learn everything. There is no feast recipe to discover. Wow, that's it's gonna be a quick video. Okay, it's gonna be a very quick video to make. Alrighty. My sister's been recommending me to see a chiropractor too. Yeah. Has your gait did your gait change at all, Pabiel? Like were you walking okay and everything? Because for me, I only have a problem when I sit on a chair or when I'm sitting down in certain ways. That's when like it starts to like hit something. And I'm like, dude. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, because there's a PT that I scheduled myself for, but damn, they're expensive, man. Insurance doesn't cover it. Um, And I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay for another session. That's a shitload of money. That's like it's a lot of WoW tokens. It's a lot of extra visits and everything. Did they cover a Cairo? I have to double check if they're in network, but they probably do. Mm-mm. All right. So what am I at now? I can do 54 casts. That's pretty good. Let's see if I get close to it. If I get to 95, then I'm like, okay, that's it. Vendor stuff will take you all the way and you'll learn everything. That's it. You just learn all the stuff. Now, I didn't look at fishing at all. So I don't know if there's like I don't know if you guys have looked at all. Like, I don't know if there's like a fishing tournament or anything like that. Not sure. Okay, so now it's green. Cool. So what's an easy thing to make? Nope. Maybe this one because I just need plant protein. A meat substitute from various creatures in midnight zones. Uh, and I did collect 10 of that. So I guess I'm just killing a lot of plants. Okay, so plant meat. How modern. What else might work? Still green. So fishies. Nope, not interested in that. Um, I, I mean, these two would be it to like maybe take me, but then it's also green. I think I'd rather make feasts. Um, petrified root. Is that a delve thing? Maybe all of them need petrified roots. I'll have to look into that. But what would be the easiest? 12 motes of wild magic. Good lord. I don't know how expensive that'll end up being though. Okay, so I'm at 92. It's still green. Oh, we're still going, dudes. I got to figure this out. I'll go to lunch eventually, but I'm gonna figure this out. Uh, which food that which food that you're making will be the most useful? I mean, stat wise, I'm not sure. I'm just right now. I'm just trying to skill up, and skilling up is trivial. Like you're in a good spot. I just want to see if I can get to like 95. If I get to 95 and it's still green, then yeah, we can. It's nothing to level up. The recipes from questing one, exactly one, and that's this one, and it doesn't give skill. So I'm like, I don't care about it. No big deal. No big deal. But as for like what we'll end up making, let's take a look. So we have these three right here. So this gives highest secondary. Also, wait, also highest secondary? No. Primary stat and wait, also primary stat. Okay, so these two are just two approaches. So there's a oh, because they're the same. There's a royal roast and impossible. Oh, that's clever. And then this is the hybrid solution here. But that's if you want so it's 65 of your highest secondary or 50 of your primary, whichever. And then the feasts by comparison, sorry, nose is like starting to like go all nuts. Uh stamina plus 65 secondary, 50 primary. Yeah, so the approach you're looking at is like highest sorry, 65 secondary or 50 primary stats. And then, and the benefit of the feast over the master food is extra stamina. That seems to be the thing. So fairly straightforward, I think. I think. I was walking fine, but if I turned a certain way, it would feel up and really hurt. Since I don't see them right away, my one hip actually became higher than the other because I was overcome. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, like my walk-in thing, like everything's fine. It's just when I sit. And I'm like, ow, 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 ow. Yeah, so it's a little awkward. Come on, stay green, baby. It's still green. Okay, so okay, get to 96. Oh, 96. So yeah, you just need some gold and no farming needed. You'll get to 100 just with the first recipe you learn. Big old stick of butter, pouch of spices, just buy a crap ton of it and go nuts. So that's the guide, and I hope it was useful. Please like to feel it was helpful. Subscribe for more wild coverage. Catch you live, and I'll catch you later. Anyway, and then, but I still got to learn fishing, because I gotta. Well, since I'm here, let's take a glance. Quick glance. Fishy, fishy. Actually, yeah. Where's the fishy person? Hey, guard, help! Fishing. Oh, I'm very close. Oh, no, no, no. I've gotten recommendations to see a Cairo, so I'm very much concerned. Time has been a problem. I'm like constantly doing like something for WoW, and I know obviously body's important and everything. It's just been hard to get that balance because I've been seeing stuff and I've been trying out things, um, but getting like a solid diagnosis would be helpful. All right, okay, I'll take one look at this together with y'all, and then I think I'll head out for the day. So, fishing journal. All right, so what do we got? We got zone related stuff. We have the kind of the similar thing. We recommended skill levels for each of the zones, and we can make lures here. Okay. So take things, make wards any blood hunter from attacking. Powerful tome that prevents spirit of blood hunters for. Oh, okay, so blood hunters, they just do gross stuff. But I don't know what. I'm guessing it's like War Within, where it's like, oh, you've been cursed by the thing, and now something bad happens, and now you gotta take something to like undo the curse or something like that. Okay. All right. Well, I have an idea of what's going on. Hopefully, I'll be able to figure most everything out today, and then I'll have a guide ready for Saturday, and that'll be it. I can kind of sort of take it easy before Madness drops next week. Because we're getting pretty close to launch, guys. And I'm kind of scared. There's like so much that I don't know. And it's scary, but also kind of exciting because it's like, oh, I'm gonna go in not knowing a whole lot. And we're gonna be discovering some of these things together. That's kind of cool. But at the same time, like it's been a while since we've had a system, if that makes any sense. Like pre-Dragonflight, during the Borrowed Power era. Hi, Chuck, dude. During that era, we had systems to figure out. We had grinds to manage. And the grinds still exist today, but they're so much more lenient. I'm talking about hey guys, you want to stay caught up with your what is it called? The thing that you got from Torghast, the legendary dust stuff. You know, here's how you get the most out of it, and then you spend it on this, and then you got to put all these things together, and at the same time, hey, you got to go make sure you manage your um 9.1 the gem things, and you got to slot it into the gear. But hey, your first piece of gear that you get, you have to farm up that one rep in Korthia, and then that's where you get like the wrists, and with the wrists you can slot domination shards. There we go. You slot the domination shards into the thing. You know, there's a lot of that. And now not so much. Now it's just like, okay, here's like this kind of like contained this contained grind here on this side here, you know, and it'll kind of like gate you, but you could always catch up right away. And that's kind of it. So it's super relaxed these days. Um there is a sense of urgency when it comes to like, hey, I want to race to like get the recipes and make hella gold and stuff like that. There's definitely that. Uh but we've departed from that in large strides too. So anyway, I think it's lunchtime. Time for me to go nom nom on stuff. And I think I'm ready to head out. So I want to thank you guys for inviting me over to your houses once again, so that we can all visit and check things out. Thanks for sticking around for a bit of extra, so we can like check out what's going on with cooking and fishing when cooking is like super trivial. So I'm cool with that. Fishing we'll see, and I hope to have a guide out for that this coming Saturday. And then let's get ready for midnight. Yay! So you guys have a good one. I wish you guys well. I'll see you at the next thing, whenever that is. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy.